Okay. So we return after a week away, Mythic Odyssey. Last week, unexpected turn of events. A reminder that we play with open dice on the table, and that sometimes the rolls are cruel, and sometimes you almost hit that max damage every time you drop a fat AoE. And it was rough. It was rough. So we're gonna do a recap, and we're gonna have a question that must be answered. The question this week is, would it serve you well to trust people more than you do, or to be more careful of whom you trust? All right, so Cardos, who didn't betray you, will ask this question into chat. And while you ruminate on that, is there anyone brave and bold enough to give us a recap of what happened last week? If you're interested in doing that recap, go ahead and throw a d20 into chat. Else, I will attempt my best to sum it up. Oh, wow. Strong opening. Going once. Going twice. Soldier Julian, the only player that's not driving a car. No, wait, Will's also...
I'm here.
I hope you're not driving a car, Will. I hope you're not driving a car.
I mean, does anyone else want to roll in for it, or no?
That's a good hotspot. All right. Take it away, Julian.
All right. So, previously, we had dealt with the attempted ambush from the locals after dealing with the goldfish, only to be stopped along our way by a golden lion. And an unfortunate side effect of everything being turned to gold on the island, and the fact that the gold lions cannot die, is that they are constantly starving to death. And also, this particular lion had swollen testicles because, out of a sense of responsibility, he refused to bring any more children into the world, and just, imagine that scene from, what was it that the Lotus Witch made me watch? Oh, yes. That Van Wilder movie with the bulldog with the giant testicles. Anyway, don't eat the cream-filled donuts. The lion wanted to prevent us from going forward, and we figured, okay, fine, we'll play nice. We'll go and kill a goldfish for you and feed you all. And we told him to go round up his friends, and he went on his way to do so. And after having made that promise, we all realized, well, he's going to be 3 hours. We can get there in 1 to the palace of Midas. We can do this real fast. And we have lied to the lions. And then they're going to reamassing on our return trip, because when we went to Midas's palace, we got our shit kicked in by a golden ram. Between repeated electrical attacks and being blinded when we hit it with fire or other elements, we had a really hard go of things, and we only managed to get out of our predicament by parleying with the beast and promising to bring its master back the soul of a friend, Orestia, who is on the island of Oathbreakers in the Nether Seas. So, yes, that's been a commitment we've made.
Within 3 days as well, I believe.
No, 3 months. 3 months. We have 3 months to bring back the soul. So, we'll see what happens. We didn't swear an oath, but that doesn't stop the ram from, coming to collect at some point if we don't make good. So, battered, bruised, bloodied, we are going to try and get off this island before we are exposed to any more of the gold and figure out plan D? I don't know. But we need to get out of here, and we need to get some healing and not come across any more lions or goldfish or anything else that tries to eat us. So that's where we are.
Okay. Fair enough. would you like DM inspiration or a factspiration?
I'll take some good old DM inspiration.
Fair enough. For a factspiration, would anybody like to answer, would it serve you well to trust people more than you do, or be more careful of whom you trust? If you're interested, go ahead and roll a d20 into chat. Julian with a 2. Oren coming in with a 14. Anything from you, Andronicos? You're gonna let this one ride.
Come on, roll in. You can beat a 14.
Wait, what? You want me to roll a d20 for you? You said? Okay.
Yeah, I'm loading in right now.
All right, Oren. What's the situation?
I'd say Oren's trust begins and ends with the crew of the Stormbreaker. So he completely trusts anybody that's within the immediate circle of the Heroes of Prophecy, and most of the recruits, I'd say, with one or two exceptions, he trusts fully. If they're on the Stormbreaker, they're putting everything on the line to assist the heroes and to secure peace for Thylea. So the least he can do is trust them. Outside of that, the allies and things, the ones that aren't really on the boat, Oren is much more cautious, much more wary of any aid they're offering.
Okay, fair enough. All right, I will add that factspiration to you. And then, I guess, at this point, we will resume with you guys on the northernmost part of the Golden Waste, trying to figure out what to do next.
I guess because I didn't specifically answer the question, Oren would think that.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. You may ask.
I was thinking. I think I misread the question, but yeah. They let's see. So I'd say that he would believe that he believes he gives out the perfect amount of trust at the moment.
Yes.
Okay.
The awesome third way to answer a question.
Yeah.
I reject your binary and go my own way.
No, that's a son. You think you give the perfect amount, and you explained why. And I forgot. I was eager to see what you guys did next. But before we do, what is you may ask the same question of any NPC you've met previously. It's actually a pretty strong one to be asking.
It is. That's why I would give it to Testicle now. Kind of curious about Yala.
Yala. Okay. Okay, would it serve you to trust people more than you do? Or to be more careful of who you trust? After what happened with the false queens of Themis, she believes she must be more careful of who she trusts. She is disappointed in herself for being bamboozled.
Especially the True Sight.
Yeah. Well, they, the thing that they were pulling off was, able to.
Yeah, I know she couldn't see it, but
yeah,
it's kind of probably get to the point where it's kind of a crutch that you rely on.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. If you think that nothing can get past you, and then something does, you start to really question like a lot of things. Okay. So, amongst the shards of pyrite and pools of molten gold, the shifting gold sand beneath your feet and stinging your eyes as it blows about in the twisting winds. To the north, you see the palace and the site of your defeat. To the south, I believe the south and east of your location lies the beach where the cove where your ship is hidden. So what do you do?
So
So
we're catching.
Andronicus supporting Orin on one side and Maya on the other, already suffering from heat stroke, says, well, if we go straight back, we'll still be within the 3 hours for the Lions.
What do you
That is
mean?
a fair point. I think we have to make with all speed and get out of this desert.
We're catching our breath and heading back in, aren't we?
I
Or
don't know if you were there for
I
the same
feel-
fight I was. I just saw a really nasty row. We got our asses handed to us. I don't think we could go back in for another round.
I feel less than half as healthy as I was 20 minutes ago.
Hmm. We're not going to be able to get any souls off of the Isle, the Oathbreakers.
When you say that, Kyra says, "Well, not with that attitude."
Okay, so no one's obviously done it before, but tell us how the system works. We'll find a loophole. We're the heroes of prophecy. Let's walk and talk.
Even if that's the case, we have 3 months at this point. I think that's enough time to work with, right?
Would that be like a history check or an arcana check to be able to know if that might be enough time?
Well,
Enough time to
I
extract
mean-
somebody from the...
History, religion, and arcana would return the results of while there have been instances where people have been released from the Isle of the Oathbreakers, it is not something that normally happens. Time is not a factor. Powerful individuals pulling strings is the factor.
So it's not what you know, it's who you know. Okay, got it.
Absolutely. Yep. It is one of the mandates enforced by the Furies.
And the Furies are... At one point, we thought they worked for the Fates, but I heard, I think I remember hearing that that's not quite the case. They're sort of their own
Yeah. So the
universal law.
Yeah. So the general situation. This white marker. God damn it. Trying to remember how I changed my default to not be a white marker.
Switch it back to pink.
I know. Does everybody have oh, hold on. Default drawing. Here we go. Hell yeah. Fucking Foundry. Alright. Let's see. I'm the guy that would have a life support machine and cuss it as life support machine. Alright, so alright. Here you have god damn it. Hold on. Here you have Thylea, the big T. Okay. And then she's the whole world. Okay. From Thylea, you have the Fates, which is over here. You have the Furies, who are over here. You got Kentamane, who's over here. You got Lutheria, and then you got Sidon. I don't know why my marker suddenly is so violent looking. Okay. So basically, Thylea's will goes out to the Furies, and they enforce it to everyone else, including the Fates, including Kentamane, including her kids. Now, the Fates, they interpret her will, but they also interpret reality and send it back to her. So that's kind of like it's like a closed network. Kentamane, he just walks around beating up any physical threats to Thylea. Lutheria, This is something that Oren would know, perhaps tell you, I'm not sure. I think he has told you. She patrols the spiritual and like psychic realms, protecting Thylea from non-physical threats. Sidon used to have a lot of responsibilities until the end of the war. Now he's just sort of a Chad bro. Sidon and Lutheria have a bunch of kids, but all of the Koopa kids, they pretty much just work for dad, live with dad, and love dad. None of the kids like Lutheria. The closest one to liking Lutheria is Galaron.
I thought Yala did a little bit.
Yala likes her mom more than her dad, but she's not really into either of her parents. But Galaron, he is learning the trade, as it were. He's like Lutheria's backup.
Hmm.
Yala is kind of like the black sheep. Like, she's like more honorable and more straightforward than her two conniving parents. And so that's part of why she teamed up with you guys, because she kind of likes what you guys are bringing to the table compared to what her parents bring to the table. The remainder of the Koopa kids, you would have Versi, who Siva's not here, is more than likely not around anymore. So big X right there. And then you have the other kids, which I guess if you guys had just bothered to ask, like, Yala for this information, you'd probably, I'm assuming at some point you may have. But you got Halcyon. Halcyon is Sidon's number 2. His favored daughter, his right-hand bitch, and his incestuous daughter lover.
One does.
Yeah.
Oof. Okay. Yep.
Below her is your boy Hergeron. Hergeron is boss of the Sidonites. He is a daddy's boy, but he lives in the shadow of daddy's incestuous daughter wife. Below these, like off to the side of these two, you've got Yala, you've got Galaron, who are kind of like the edgy kids off to the side. And then below everybody, at the lowest possible tier, let me see if I can remember this kid's name. Hold on. There's so many kids. Titan kids. Talius. Talius is like the spoiled baby boy. He is a playboy, sails around in his party boat. Party time, excellent. Good times are had by all. So that's sort of the family tree power structure that you guys are dealing with. Now, you guys are aware of the original Titan siblings of Sidon and Lutheria that were either killed, imprisoned, or banished. So they are not currently active in the game, so they're all kind of stashed over here. So this is the true Titans over here. There are 5 of them. Now, sprinkled throughout all of this are the lesser gods of like the moon and the sun and rivers and streams and, small, portfolios that are important, but not nearly as important or as interesting as the stuff controlled by these larger groups. And then, of course, you got the God of Beauty over here in Eregia doing whatever the fuck it is he does. So, big shrug. So yeah, that's kind of the situation. But to sort of show you, the only authority higher than the Fate is Thylea herself.
Do the druids of the old
Sorry, not the Fates. The only authority higher than the Furies.
The Furies, right?
Yeah, is Thylea. Yep.
Do the druids of the old wood like have a lot of respect for the Furies in the same way they do for Thylea? Like, do they see her as like their
Absolutely.
enforcers? Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. They are her will in the world. The enforcement of her will. So it would be a bad situation for Maya, as champion of Thylea, to stand against the Furies.
So we just need to start sweet talking the dirt as we're walking around, talking about how great this one guy from the Isle of Exiles is, or Isle of Outcasts, and then eventually the Furies will be like, "Oh, we should just release this guy."
Maybe. Now the Furies would obviously be the number one way to get anyone released from that island, but it is unlikely that as lawful neutral beings, that they would do anything to make that happen.
Is there any sort of like structure that is known to exist amongst the Furies, or are they all sort of like independent agents that get
So there are many Furies, but there are 3 boss Furies. They are the strongest because rule of 3s. They are the strongest, and they lead the others. They are Electo, Megara, and Tisiphone. And Megara is the leader of those 3 sisters. They were the 3 original Furies, and they are more powerful than the others. They are the ones that are sent to enforce the will of Thylea upon the gods themselves.
I'm sorry, Crash. What was that third name?
Tisiphone. Tisiphone.
Thank you.
Now, you have enough gods and godlike beings like that you hang out with now that they could pretty much tell you that the majority of the Furies, like Fury headquarters, is actually located on the Hypnos, which is an extra-dimensional plane that is also a big barge that is Lutheria's base of operations that floats around the Nether Seas. Just because the police station is on her yacht or on her cruise ship does not mean that she is the commissioner of the police, which is very noteworthy. Why would Mom install the police station on her party boat in her house? That doesn't seem very nice, right? So where did the 3... Yeah.
It's wild to me that apparently Thylea didn't care that they killed all of her other kids then, because like, I mean, Lutheria and Sidon don't seem to have been the worse for wear after that. So apparently they were just
she has been accused, Thylea has been accused by many that you have met of being negligent, absent, uncaring, asleep. So perhaps there is some truth to that. Now, where do the 3 strongest original Furies live? They do not live at police headquarters. They live in a big tower, the Tower of Praxis. Just because the 3 biggest cops in the world live in his tower does not mean that Sidon is the boss of the world's strongest police officers. How strange that the 3 strongest live with one of the twins and the rest of them live with the other. Yeah. So the island of the Oathbreakers, the hierarchy for that, there is the island itself, and above the island is the Warden. This is a creature known as an Ultraloth, which is the strongest form of Yugoloth, which in this campaign setting are called daemons. And
One of the bug-like creatures that manage the line.
now Ultraloths sort of look like gray aliens. That's actually exactly what they look like. They look like gray aliens from Earth or Earth mythology. So the Warden is in charge, but above him is Lutheria, but above her is the Furies, and of course above the Furies is Mom. So it is possible to convince the Warden to just sort of yeet a soul out of there, or you go up the chain, you go up the chain, you go up the chain. But that is kind of the chain of events there. Now you could circumvent all 4 tiers of authority and try to steal a person from the Isle of Oathbreakers, but it would be quite dangerous. Arranging for their release would be a more practical and attainable goal than trying to steal one. But
Has anyone seen the play 48 Hours, or is that just me?
someone in your party tried to steal a soul from the underworlds. It did not go well for him.
That was just from the regular underworld, though, right?
He has not elaborated on that, nor is he willing to.
So what you're saying is all we have to do is go to the B team and slot PTOs, and we're good.
Just because he can steal something does not mean that you would not have consequences associated with the theft. Successfully stealing something and successfully living to enjoy the thing that you have stolen are 2 different things. All right. I am going to roll as you go through the to see if there's any encounter with the lions.
Does Maya have enough resources to lift the blindness off of Sibo?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Let me check. Spell book. Innate spells. Restoration ritual. On your turn, you may expend 2 sprigs to cast lesser restoration. I don't know where her sprigs are at. He has 6 more sprigs left. So, yes.
Yeah, that's probably worth it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she will spend 2 of the sprigs to get rid of his blindness.
All right. In that case, Julian is going to. We're going to do some cure wounds action on our.
Warren's gonna rally Maya and Sibo. So that 34 is for Maya and the 39 is for Sibo.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, nice. Okay. I have rolled 3 checks to represent 3 hours of travel. On the 3rd hour, you will be encountering these lions.
Do we see them coming?
Yes, again, these lions are very exhausted. They are constantly brought back to life, even after dying from starvation. Despite the tremendous magics at the Golden Ram's disposal, it does not create any food for these creatures, apparently allowing them to suffer eternally.
I believe we sent these lions to rally them before we go and kill a goldfish for them.
The lions, assuming you don't take any effort to avoid them, would confront you and want to know what next, now that they have rallied all of the lions willing to fight.
I think we stop at the falls and
Let's
fill
go
our end of the
kill some
bargain.
goldfish.
Okay. So you guys are gonna go kill Goldie?
Yep.
Yup.
Damn. All right. Let me grab everybody and take you over there.
Just a sec. I'm going to throw a bunch of healing out for Maya.
All right.
I mean, at this point, Sibo's just got his Eldritch Blast, so he'll just
Okay.
hang out in the back.
We take
All
our
right.
heroic short rest.
Wow, my 3rd level Cure Wounds for 12 hit points.
I mean, I did a 4th level Cure Wounds for Sibo, and that was 17, so...
Here we go. Ah, look, my 2nd level outperformed my 3rd level.
Is there any opposition to taking the 10-minute short rest now?
I mean, yeah, I guess we can do that. There's 3 Cure Wounds from Maya. 17 to 13 and a 12.
Crash, are we able to take that short rest?
Yeah. The lions are in bad shape. But they will still help kill
A
this
third of
goldfish.
the lions die in the 10 short rest.
No. But they are going to be starting the battle with exhaustion 3.
Let's see.
All right.
What did I spend for? Okay. During the short rest, Or will go around and try to attend to some of the lion's wounds if they've got any noticeable things that he can help with.
It's mostly just a collapse of spirit and an eternal hunger that threatens to drive them insane.
In that case, he'll clap him on the back and let him know we're going to get him some food.
All
Why are
right.
you volunteering?
Oh, if only they had that level of energy. They sadly look around, and you could tell that this really is the best that this man's was able to pull together. Conniving. I'll just change this guy's adjective back to conniving. Here we go. He says, "These are all I could gather. All that were fit to fight. Now, we will claim meat, and then you will have free passage through the wastes."
It's agreed then.
Yorgos says, Oren, should we tell them that we already,
No.
No, okay.
Alright. Is the Or will make his way up to the edge of the rocks. The goldfish seem like it's still in a similar position.
Yes, you see the telltale boulders that are the goldfish just vibing at the bottom of the waterfall.
Okay.
I guess in this time it would probably have taken a short rest, so I'll give it back some hit points. There you go. Alright. Alright, Conniving Lion says, "What would you have us do?"
Need to lure it away from the falls. Turning to...
What if one of us pretended to be drowning in the river?
Can it swim up the waterfall?
They all nod all at once. An affirmative yes.
It's be horrifying.
What if instead one of us did that? I don't want... I can see how exhausted you are. I don't want you to accidentally actually drown.
Oh, dang.
We can also walk on the water.
Your kind words, delivered with sincere concern, move the lions. They don't know what to do with this kindness that you have given.
Plus, I can swim really well.
Well, hold on a second. You just took a beating back there, Andronicus. Do you feel up to the challenge, my friend?
I'll be fine. It's just a
Sibo.
goldfish.
Insight check.
Okay.
No. I'm being facetious.
I've still got
all
over 100 HP. I'll be all right.
Sibo, can you use your magic to allow these lions to walk on water as well?
No, I can't.
It's a ritual. I think you can.
But when okay, so see who knows. I don't know if I don't know if I know this, but would he, if he did the ritual for a walk on water for them, would that be in addition to what he did earlier in the day, or would that like negate what he did for us and then apply it to them?
I believe there is no concentration required. So
Yeah,
I
so
think
you
you
can
can
just do
just
it
you could water walk the whole fucking world if you wanted to.
Julian, don't doubt me. I could water walk the whole fucking world if I wanted to. Watch me.
Perfect.
Now,
And,
if you're ritual casting it, it's 10 minutes per.
But you can do it on up to 10 people.
Yeah.
So you can just bang it out
If
now.
you're using spell slots though, you could just go
nuts.
nuts. You could just go nuts if you're using spell slots.
trying to find it on.
It also
There we
does
go,
say
water.
specifically in description that you can move across quicksand or lava, but we established that quicksand was
That was a different sort of
It was,
quicksand.
it was too quick.
churning. It was churning. So yeah, I could walk across the floor during an earthquake too, but might fall down. So all right.
I mean, unless we feel that we're gonna like lose momentum, taking 10 minutes, I think Siva would just do the 10-minute ritual and get the lines up and running.
I mean, did Sivo take the short rest? Because if not, he could just do it during that 10-minute short rest.
Oh, in that case, he would have taken a short rest.
He would
So
probably want his spell slots back.
yeah,
though, right?
that's why I'm saying.
Oh yeah, Warlock.
Crash, can you throw that 39 temp HP onto Maya, please?
Yeah, sure.
Nice. All right.
And also, do I need to heal her up too, or?
Yeah, 17, 13, and
If you
12.
want to, I don't think she has any hit die, so.
Okay. All right, 17, 13, and 12. You said.
Yeah.
Okay. That's 42. All right. Cool. Okay.
Oh, the 30 with the 30. You said the 34 is for Sibo.
34 temp HP. I'll add it to Sibo. All right.
No, I got it.
Oh, okay. I had a sheet open already, checking the spell slots. Okay. The lions, embarrassed, have not had a good hunt in a long time. Conniving turns to you and says, "Where should we stand to help you?"
Position yourselves alongside the river's bank. Andronicus, do you still have enough magic to lift one of these heavy stones, these boulders?
As long as it's not more than 500 pounds.
If we can find one that, or look around looking for one that's roughly 500 pounds.
Okay, you eventually find one of those 499 pounds.
Perfect. Yeah, he'll chisel a little bit off to make sure it's under the threshold. I want to position this boulder above the goldfish so that once it attempts to run away, we can drop it on it. I'm gonna see if I can get a rope around it, try to weigh it down, keep it from getting away. I think once it realizes that we've come to hunt it, it will cut its losses. And we'll start to fasten a rope around this boulder.
And then I'll basically just levitate it like above me when I go out in the water. Is that the plan?
Yeah, you can leave it up. You can leave it leave it levitating. Once the goldfish comes to get you, we'll move in. I'll get the rope around it, and then the lions will come and help us finish it off.
How deep is the water here, Crash?
So where that white line is, it's a very pleasant fjord that medium creatures or larger could use to get across at half speed.
Okay.
Yeah. Everywhere else it is very deep and moves rather swiftly.
All right. I'm gonna levitate the rock somewhere around in here, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna start going out that direction, and then
before
making a whole bunch of noise.
Before Andronicus starts wading out, Julian's going to clap him on the shoulder and say, "Wish you the best of luck, my friend." And he's going to cast Shield of Faith on you.
All right.
Are we rolling yet? I see we've got
Initiative is ready for you guys.
One will nod to the lead line and say, "Hold until I get the rope around the fish before you show yourselves."
Okay.
All right, here goes.
Okay, so beginning combat. Creative Golden Lion has won the initiative. He will hold his action. Well, you know what? He will take a stealth action. He'll re-up his stealth. He will pass to Andronicos.
All right. I will swim out to right here then, because I have
Okay.
like an insane 60-foot swim
Mhm,
speed.
mhm.
And then I don't know, bonus action flail.
Oh! Before you go out there, Kyra approaches you and says, "Hey, things got real crazy back there. We almost lost you. And I know that, I don't know, something happened. You seem diminished. Maybe this will help." And she hands you a small bottle.
Thank you. What is it though?
If you apply this to yourself, it will attract enemies, allow you to keep them away from your allies. You can't read this script, but it says no high fructose corn syrup and no artificial flavors or colors. This is premium stuff.
Kyra, is that the special sunscreen you've been having me slather on myself?
Oh no, that's something
It
totally
looks a
different.
lot like. Oh, okay, you say so. Skin cancer is no joke.
All right, so with this in your possession, thanks to that wonderful flashback, do you just flail around the water, or do you try to put this new magical item to the test?
I will put this new magical item to the
Okay.
test.
You hear a rumble from down below and a deep, reverberating bloop kind of sound, and you know that Goldie has rolled into initiative. Hold on. Okay. Who would you like to pass to?
I'll pass to Goldie. The whole point's to get up here, so let's
All
try
right.
it.
Goldie enters the initiative. All right. Long ago, Goldie was just another worthless fish. But even when she was a worthless fish, among all worthless fish, she was the regional high jump record holder. She is going to use her incredible jumping ability to launch herself up the waterfall and then come splooshing down with you. All right. As she leaps up and comes crashing down, I think that would actually be her action is to leap, and then she would have her movement. So that would be her turn.
Nice.
All right. He will pass to Orin.
Perfect. All right. We're gonna maneuver out. Let's see. 30 feet. Alright, he'll run down the cliffside, jump land on the water and start sprinting towards the fish. He's got the rope ready to go attached to this boulder that Andronicus has levitating. Let's see. Best tie down point on a fish.
You hook him in the mouth.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, I don't know if that's what you want to do, but that's the answer to your question.
Yeah, it's a big fish.
Like
Yeah.
around the tail near the fin.
I guess
Yeah.
as an action, can I affix a piton to Actually, I think I have a grappling hook. Yeah, I have a grappling hook from the grappling gun crossbow. As an action, can I affix that grappling hook to this? I guess because I got this +2 rope.
Look at this guy just flexing on everybody.
I know.
That's true. I think I probably would have used the +2 rope because this is a legendary creature here we're trying to take down. So it's already got the grappling hook. I guess can I try to attack the fish with the grappling hook to get it into its mouth?
Yes, you may attempt to do that.
All right. I'm still baned. Oh, can I assume that I've gotten over the bane by now?
More than likely, unless it's completely outside of your ability to do so. Yeah, you would have gotten rid of it.
All right. Crossbow. My ammo no longer exists. Ah, of course. Boundary. Let's update. Try to force everyone to use ammo. I'll just roll a attack. It'll be the same mod. Wow, that's pretty horrible. Let's see.
You have your expiration.
I do, yeah. I'll add the, but they have a really high AC, so I'll go ahead and reroll.
Oh, that's right. We would know that.
I forgot to post this meme when she jumped up the waterfall. Hold on. There we go.
What is Piplo? Oh, okay.
All right, a 28 you said, or a 20? Which did you get?
Be 28, yeah.
Yeah, 28 is gonna hit.
+2 rope. All right. So we hook it in there to the mouth, and then Orin's gonna action surge.
Okay, and she would take the 8 damage.
Yeah, he'll action surge as he calls out to the fish to the lions and say, "All right, come and get her now." Andronicus, drop the levitation, and Orin will make his attacks.
Shit, if I'm gonna drop a rock, I'm gonna at least drop the rock on the fish.
Oh yeah, that works. Attack
Oh, yeah.
once, twice.
29's gonna hit. 23 with
Thrice.
a +2 flank from Andronicus is gonna hit. 19 +2 not gonna hit.
All right. So we'll do force damage. So 16 on the first, 16
Okay.
on the second, and then as a bonus action, we will attempt to frighten the fish.
All right, here we go.
It's a charisma save. Aha! Fish is frightened. -4.
Oh damn. Okay.
All right. So we got this fish on the ropes. Orin will pass to the fish is already gone. We'll pass to the lead lion.
Okay. Let's see. Conniving is up. He says, "Now! Now! Meat will be ours!" And he's got a 50-foot speed. And she is very far away. Alright, so we've got a move and dash. They can run on the water, though. Which means that they don't have to have difficult terrain or even try to swim. So they have 100 feet total. That's not bad. Alright, so they don't have any ranged attacks because they're fucking lions. Alright. So they're gonna race in. There we go. Ooh, this guy might actually be able to hit. Okay, that's good. Let's see. He will go ahead and use Pout. And then he will use Running Leap. Oh my god. With a 10-foot running start, the lion can jump up to 50 feet. Jesus. Alright. and then he's gonna do a claw, bite, an original fighting style he came up with himself.
Very creative.
All right, yes, one of them is going to hit. Because one of the attacks hits while he was pouncing, she's got to make a strength save. DC 18. She makes it. All right. This lion is going to not be able to make it, so it's going to have to move and dash. And then this one is going to move closer, but not close the distance all the way, which also maintains control of the initiative. They will pass back to Julian. All lions have acted.
All right. For his action, Julian's going to activate his winged sandals.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go 30 feet up. We're going to, at an angle, go up and over, hovering above the giant fish, and we are going to spend the requisite sorcery points to bonus action mind sliver the creature.
All right, she readies her -8 saving throw. Okay. And fails. Taking 10 points of psychic damage. And a penalty to her next saving throw. Of 1. Everyone helps. Everyone helps. Alright, what next?
In that case, I will pass Sibo.
Okay.
Let's see.
Debo is up.
Is Sibo back?
No.
Okay. Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If he's got line of sight on the fish, he'll Eldritch Blast the fish.
Okay. Alright, this is a ranged attack coming in.
Yup.
Okay.
There it is. Eldritch Blast. 3 of them.
The first one that hits, if any of them hit, it's going to use the reaction on. Alright, none of those hit. Wait. It's got Fear 4, so its AC would be lowered by 4? Yes. So, nope, none of those hit. 19 comes close, though.
He'll succeed at a cost.
I see. Burnout. You lose one of your highest level spell slots.
Throwback.
Ooh. Yeah, that's rough. That's rough for a warlock. Upon taking some damage from that attack, go ahead and give me
Here's the new
fresh
damage.
Yeah, fresh damage. All right, 9 points of radiant, but it is going to use this ability. It is hit with a ranged attack. It takes half the damage, and then it tries to recharge its ram attack. It recharges on a 5 or 6. It didn't need to recharge its ram attack. It just didn't like getting shot at. So it halves the 9 down to 4. All right. Anything else from Steve-O?
Thankfully, since Sibo's a warlock, that was also his lowest level spell slot.
Yeah. That is
Silver
that's a
lining,
very
silver
positive
lining.
positive way to look at it.
I feel like that's enough for Sibo right now.
All right. Maya is the last to go in initiative.
Yeah, Dom said that they were fine with somebody running them, but I guess they could just throw Chakram or something up from the rocks.
Okay.
So I don't know what because they don't want to use fire, right? Because it's submerged. It's going to be halved.
All right. So let's see. Maya's speed is really high. Oh my goodness. Okay. Maya's gonna rush up, and then she will. Chakram has a 60-foot range or 120 I think she's within 60 now. Let's see. Yes. Yes. All right. So yeah, sure. She'll throw this chakram. It does not hit. Kind of colliding with the creature, skating off of the scales and flying back to her. For now, she will conserve resources because you do have 7 fucking lions to help you with this. All right. She did not damage it, so she controls initiative going into round 2. Who do you want her to pass to?
Andronicus.
So I'd
Alright.
like to go.
All right, Andronicus, to you.
All right, I am gonna move the boulder. I believe I can move it 20 feet, which I think is enough to get it over the edge of the goldfish.
Okay. Is this the boulder back here? This right here?
Yeah.
Okay, that
I mean,
would
I don't
put
know, I
it.
can put it there.
That would put it over the lion as well, I believe.
I can't do it like this section.
I mean, look at how you're literally drawing on top of the lion's miniature.
Oh, did I miss?
There's a
Must be one
lion.
below the goldfish I don't see.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Okay, I won't drop it yet then, but I
Okay.
will move it that way.
Here, I'll move this
and
guy
then-
up a little bit so you can see. Yeah.
And then I will. I will swim over to here,
Okay.
and then I will attack him. Because
Alright.
moving the thing is a bonus.
Currently, she is large enough that it would be difficult terrain to swim around her and through the water that she is currently in. Just to keep that in
Okay,
mind
I
for your movement.
60 foot. Swim.
Okay. Cool.
And then, yeah, I will swing at her twice.
Okay.
With a sweet coral sword.
Well, that is going to hit. 20 is going to hit because of the debuffs and flanking.
All right. That will be, let's see, that's movement, bonus action, and action. So, yep, that's me.
Okay. She's going to steal. Going once, going twice. All right. How long does the sphere effect last, Orin?
Let's see. I believe it's until the, imposing glare. Let's see. If I can see you, mix it till the end of your next turn. So my next turn.
Okay, got it. All right. As her turn comes up, she is going to see that there's all sorts of enemies all around her, but no ships to cuddle, so she won't worry about using her ram attack. A pity, a shame. So let's see. Bubble beam? Maybe. Or bubble bomb. More appropriate. All right. Let's see. Yeah. She begins to blow massive bubbles out of her mouth, and they begin to freeze the water all around her, as she did the last time you faced her. She's going to go ahead and create a bubble bomb 60-foot radius sphere.
Watch out. She's using her finishing move.
So 60 feet is quite massive. There we go.
Jesus. Might lose a couple lions on this.
The one lion that was like, I'm staying back, I'm no fool, is like, oh shit. Alright, so that's everyone on the map except Sibo.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, but it's cold damage, so you can just laugh it off, Andronicus. Haha.
Hey,
Alright,
I'm 30 feet up, so that still catches me.
it's a 60-foot
Oh, yeah.
radius.
60 foot
Yeah.
radius, that's 120 foot across.
Yeah. of
Alright.
freezing bubble action. Frigid globe
Great.
of cold energy. All right. If it strikes a body of water or liquid that is principally water, it freezes to a depth of 6 inches over an area of 30 feet square. So she kind of froze herself in place as well. She will have to make a strength check against her own DC to free herself. She doesn't seem to mind the cold very much, though. All right. So the damage from this is 10d6 cold.
Is a con save.
It is a con save, which everyone is great at.
I used to be.
Aw. Alright, this is a lot of lions. I'm just gonna roll one dude 7 times, and I'll just do top to bottom, left to right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ouch. Alright, now her saves are also reduced by the fear effect that is on her. So I believe that drops them significantly. Okay. Either way, none of the lions pass.
13 pass.
13 does not pass, no.
Alright.
You need an 18 with her -4.
I think I'll just take the damage.
In that case, Julian's going to reaction absorb elements.
Okay. All right. So 29 points of damage to every single lion. The lions that are in the river are also frozen in ice. Actually, anyone who is in the water that didn't make their save, you are frozen in ice. It will require a strength save against the DC to get free. I guess the DC will remain in 18, even though the ongoing DC would probably be back to 22. So, but since she initiated it while she was afraid, it would not be as strong. That's how I'm going to rule it anyways. All right. So all these QDs just took 26 points of damage. And that is her turn. A lot of people could steal if they wanted to.
One will steal.
All right.
Alright, so you said we're restrained, frozen in the ice?
If you fail the save, then you are creatures that were swimming are trapped in the ice. They can use an action to make a strength check, which is say athletics, against the DC to break free. I'm going to say that they were extremely vague in this. I am going to rule that trapped in ice means you can't do anything. You're trapped in ice, except try to break free.
Alright. Warren will go incorporeal and move up out of the ice, standing atop it.
Alright.
As a bonus action, and then main action, we're going to put some more attacks into this fish.
Okay.
Alright, so 2 Trident, sticking with force damage. That'll be 28 on the first.
It says 6 inches of ice, so I'm just gonna. I wish they just did all of their stuff correctly. I'm gonna say that means you're immobilized. So we'll just treat it as immobilized. But anyways, you raise out of it, you attack. Yep. I think your rolls are hidden.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I was testing my thing. Let me reveal it. Reveal. Man, I'm having hardcore foundry tribbles. Okay, there it goes. Nice. Alright, revealing.
Yep.
Alright.
Alright, that's gonna hit.
Alright, and then we're gonna throw... Let's see... Parry, bait, switch... Yeah, we'll do the maneuvering attack. To add the extra 5 damage, and then, I guess, if... I don't think anybody else passed to be able to not be immobile, so we'll just just do it for the damage, and then I'll attack 2 more times.
Okay.
So stabbing at the fish, trying to keep its attention. 27 for 14, and I think that last one's gonna miss.
If your fear effect is still in play and you have flanking from allies, then a 19 plus 2 would hit.
Oh, okay, right on. Yeah, because the new one moves AC. All right. So yeah, the second one will be 14 damage, and the last one will be 17.
Okay.
And that is Orin's turn. He'll pass it to the Lion Squad.
Okay. Let's see. The lions are panicking. They do not want to be trapped in the ice. Each of them is going to try to do a strength check to get free. So I'm just gonna run through all 7 of them, trying to bust free. They're trying to get 18s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh dang, man. Okay. So the first one gets a boon. He would very much like 20 hit points. That seems good. So that'll be desperate. Gets 20 hit points and is freed. Doesn't make it. Oof, 2 crit failures. All right. Complication. So this guy is critically exposed. And then the one next to him is Fickle Luck. He gains a misfortune. Creatures closest to you, so that would be Fish and Wonderful. Odd, it will go to the Fish. Even, it will go to Wonderful. Alright, it goes to Wonderful. So he gains Unlucky. But his buddy gets Lucky.
Nice.
Which would then add a +1 to his check. Let me see if that would help him. No, that would make it an 8. This guy right here, he would get free. And, no, sorry, this guy would get free. And then finally, this guy would still be stuck. So, there are still many lions that are trapped. And that is their turn. They will pass to Julian.
All right, so the fear effect, that's gone at this point because
Yeah,
of
fear effect would wear off because Orin's turn ended.
All right. I will keep. I'll keep mind slivering the creature.
Okay. All right, she will attempt an intelligence save.
Oh,
Oof.
okay.
All right, she takes 12 points of psychic damage.
And her next saving throw is at a -2.
Okay. Anything else from Julian?
No. I'll pass to Sibo, and Sibo will blow a raspberry because the AC's back up again, but he will position himself, brace himself, tripod, firing off some Eldritch blasts.
All right. Oof. Okay. All 3 Eldritch Blast just sort of deflect and dissipate off the creature's tremendously hard scales.
Guys, I still think I have a problem with my eyes. It'll pass to Maya.
All right. Maya is not frozen in place because she's up there on the hill. I think I forgot to make her con save last turn, so let me do that real quick. Against the cold damage. So she would have taken the 29 points of cold damage. I don't know if she has absorb elements or not.
I think she does, yeah, actually.
She
Druids
does.
do it.
Yeah, so she would have used a reaction, I'm thinking. To have that damage down to a 14. All right. She sees that the lions are struggling, and I think she was hoping that the lions would kind of do a bit more. So.
Oh, Dom just said they don't have a
Yeah,
crouch.
I don't think you need to justify Maya being helpful. I think we'll just sort of accept it.
All right. Yeah.
Sorry, Dom said that Maya doesn't have absorb elements prepared.
Okay. Fair enough.
From the chat. They want that
Okay.
extra. They said they're not going any further if they don't get that 14 damage.
Okay.
They need it.
All right. So they take all that damage. My bad. So then they're going to. Damn. Let me give her the spell slot back then.
Oh, it's just an ice javelin.
Okay. The creature has shown an immunity to cold damage, so
I guess maybe
don't know
just
if
for
that's
the
a good
immobile.
idea.
But yeah, it's just.
The creature's literally immobilized itself.
Oh yeah, you know what, Maya? Maybe chakrams.
All right, Maya throws a chakram. Hell yeah. Yeah. Oh no. Okay. So 17 just bounces ding, 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 off the creature. Maya would realize, I think at this point, that she has to nat 20 this thing to get past its normal armor class. Maybe no more chakrams after this. All right. That is her turn. She didn't deal any damage. She still controls the initiative. She'll pass to Andronicus.
Alright, I will move the rock 20 foot more over the
Okay.
center of the goldfish, and then I will drop concentration.
All right. The rock falls on the goldfish. The goldfish has immobilized itself. It cannot get away. Go ahead and give me 5d8 bludgeoning damage. All right. Wow, that's a good 5d8. All right.
Yeah.
She takes 27 points of bonk on the head damage.
Alright,
Nice.
and after she takes 27 points of bonk damage, I will try to follow it up with some slashing.
Okay. Okay. So that's
nice. My second dice, 2 nat 1.
the 27 hits. The 13 does not.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Bonus action. I'm gonna do this thing called Hunter's Mark that I forgot that I had.
Okay.
So there we go.
Okay. She's now hunter's marked for the future. I get it. You've only had this character for 131 sessions. It's hard to remember. Yeah, it's hard to remember.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Okay.
Also, for however many sessions since I was nice to Thylea, I've been able to, after every long rest, say what I dreamed about to just get a free Death Horde, and I also forgot about that until last week.
Fair.
So,
fair.
That is everything for me, except for movement, but I don't want to move. I'm going to stay right there. So
Okay.
I will pass to...
He steals.
Yeah.
How dare you harm her? All right.
I'm so sorry.
She's going to use multi-attack, despite the amount of damage that Oren is managing to do, and the fact that his skin is effused with the ranch dressing seasoning, which normally makes him quite tempting to monsters. You have a fresher, more delectable seafood flavor.
A more recent application.
And so Goldie turns her full attention to you, just like Kyra said she would. She's going to use multi-attack on you. First, she's going to try and flip you into the air with her tail. But Quash, how is she doing that if she's immobilized as ice? Listen, take it up with 5th edition rule set. Here we go. 36.
Yeah, I think 36 is going to do it.
All right. This is actually one of her front fins, but just using this tail, the tail slap. Anyway, I don't have to explain myself. All right, so she flips you up into the air for 17 bludgeoning damage. And then she's gonna attempt a bite. Let's see. All right. That is gonna be a critical hit. for, looks like 46 points of piercing damage and 27 points of poison damage. And you need to give me a strength saving throw. Okay. Alright, so the constitution I'm assuming was for the concentration?
It's gone.
Okay. So you are now grappled and restrained in her mouth. You anticipate on her next turn, she is going to try and eat you. Which, according to Orin, is a good thing.
Remember, you want to be conscious when you go in. Very important.
There's definitely not a small stomach map south of the map that you're currently on. Waiting for you.
Is it if it's that same one? You know, I've got posters up in there.
It's the shared stomach dimension. Yeah. All right. So that is her turn because she's not a legendary creature. She's just a regular goldfish, just living her life. Okay. Then she will pass to Sibo. Sibo? Oh, yeah, I could roll 3 Eldritch Blast. It's all good. Let's see. How hard could it be? Oh wait, we got some Eldritch Blast coming. None of those hit.
Man, Sibo, the fish is over here.
All right, Sibo passes to Julian? Question mark. All right.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, Julian, you're up.
Oh, you might be muted as well.
I don't know if he knows he's muted, but he's doing a great job of still playing.
Oh, we lost him.
Oh, okay, never mind. They'll pass to.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Andy's back.
All right, now we can hear.
Sorry, Discord's being weird. Okay. Since Julian is within 30 feet, we're going to use our one point of Demon Inspiration. We're going to bonus action cast Chromatic Bullet. We're going to do acid damage, and we're going to fire off a shot with our pistol. Oh shoot, if I do that, that's going to drop Shield of Faith on Andronicos.
I mean, with what it was swinging for, I don't think.
Yeah, let's just go for it.
That's rough.
Oh,
Okay.
well, okay. Well, the spell's still going, but I missed.
Okay.
Yeah, that's action, bonus action. Shit. All right. I'll just stay put. I'll pass to Maya.
All right. To Maya, who we've established cannot use ice on it, cannot use chakram on it. Let's just poke around Dom's character sheet, see what the fuck's going on here. All right. We've got Control Flames, Guidance, Produce Flame. This is a spell. All right, we're gonna use Produce Flame.
Pull up their backstory.
Hey,
Oh, nice.
that hit. All right, we dealt. Wait. Produce Flame sucks, if I recall. It's only got 30-foot reach. All right, so she would have to hop down these rocks to get closer. There we go. Now it works. Okay. So hitting Goldie for 12 points of fire damage.
Maybe half too, because the fish is in water.
It's true. It's true. It's better than missing with chakram over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and I think she would. No. We don't want this thing to be incinerated, so we're not going to use her signature.
That would be
burn.
that would be amazing. We get all these hungry ass lions rallied together, and then we fucking sacrifice the biggest meal they've. I think we'd have to fight 6 lions.
She's going to pass to Orin.
Yeah, because at that point you're like, well, we'll just eat one fish instead of the other.
Yeah.
That would be.
They'll be going for Andronicus at that point.
All right. You know what it is? A couple more attacks. Actually, first off, we're gonna try to frighten the fish again. It'll have an advantage on this charisma save because it's already made it.
Oh, it's impossible for her to fail.
Oh, nah, they make it.
Okay, she gets a boon. The boon is divine. A god notices her achievement.
It's
She
Helios,
gets inspiration.
the golden fish. All right.
Cool.
In that case, yeah, we'll just try to attack it a couple times.
Okay.
We got attack number 1, 29 for 11.
Okay.
Ooh,
Oh,
nat
yeah.
20.
Beauty.
Let's
All right.
see. We got a couple of superiority die left. Go ahead and use. And then we'll double that. Alright. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, so that second attack will be. Let's see. 21, 27, 47 for that second attack. And then last attack. Miss.
Okay. She is past bloodied. Her golden blood polluting the water with its poisonous mucus properties. All right. You may pass to the lions.
Squad.
All right, lion squad. The ones that couldn't get free. This guy over here is still gonna try to get free. So here we go. It's got to be an 18. He does. All right, so he gets free, and he'll use his movement with the water walking to get closer. It's an icy surface, though, so I'm gonna have him go half speed because you don't want to fall down. That'd be embarrassing. The rest are like, fuck it. We're stuck. We might as well just go for it. So here's a lot of attacks. They're all trying to hit an AC of 24. We'll treat it as an AC of 22 because they're all granting each other flanks. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think that's 6. Damn. All right.
They are properly motivated, I'd say.
Holy shit. That's a lot of dice. I'm gonna get a screenshot of that. Oh, they're all gone.
Fucking
Oh, well.
pile.
Okay. Let's work our way through this insanity. All right. So that is going to hit for 19. That is going to be a complication. Fatigue. We'll deal with your shit later. If they manage to kill her, then it is what it is. So let's see. 11's not gonna do it. Nat 20 will do it. That's 25 more damage. 27's gonna do it. Damn, I wouldn't want to fight these lions. They're rough. That's not gonna do it. Did trigger another complication. Oh man, they're so tired. Just poor babies. All right. Let's see. There's so many attacks to carry through. Ugh. That's gonna miss. That's gonna miss. Another critical hit. And I think that'll do it. All right. With that flurry of claws and bites, the lions end her life. They begin to tear apart her golden scales to get at her meaty, slightly poisonous flesh. And they begin to
Andronicus shrugs a shrug that says they definitely could have just done this themselves.
No, did you? They wouldn't have been able to get in the water. They have water walk. Yeah, they have water walk from you guys. They wouldn't have gotten in the fucking water. The cats.
Orin's ripping free the hooks and this great idea with this rock. If it had tried to swim away and hadn't immobilized itself, we would have really needed this.
It's still, I mean, like, I still bonked it on the head with it.
Yep. See, here, FBI agent, this is for you. Lions can swim, but their physiology does not lend itself well to swimming. Lions will only swim if they need to cross rivers or streams during a hunt with their pride. So, there you go. Tigers, though. Watch out for those motherfuckers. They like to swim. All right. Your deal with Conniving Lion and his fellows has been honored. And so, with mouthfuls of poisonous fish in his mouth, he says, "You have honored your deal with me. We grant you safe passage through the wastes."
What would you say if we had a proposition for ridding the island of this curse, so that you never again have to suffer such hunger?
Then we would be overjoyed. But this is a promise this one made before. And if you can do so, we will even once again give prayers of love and respect and fear to the sleeping goddess.
I think we've shown that we're capable at taking down such a mighty beast as this. But the evil that plagues this island, it is a great threatening power. And if you could provide assistance. Otherwise, we'll have to leave. And I don't know at which point we'll be able to rid the island of this scourge.
Okay. Then all right. Give me a persuasion.
All right. I'm gonna use a faxpiration. I have a plus 1d4 on this as well. Here, I'll do it. Hidden. Wait, why do I not have my... Actually, I think the plus 1d4 is only for fighters. Some A5E thing. Sorry, I'll throw it out here. Alright, so what's the advantage? And then I'll throw the fire respiration on it.
Oh, throwing it. All right.
And then, hold on, I might have something else here. I think that's all I got.
Okay, that puts it up to. Oh, did you use your faxpiration? Is that what that D10 was? Oh,
Use
okay.
the faxpiration and a fanspiration. So be advantage with the D10.
With your 30 persuasion.
Aha!
With mouths filled with poison fish, some of them occasionally vomiting because their stomachs are not used to having such ample fare. Conniving says, "Yes, let us finish our feast, and then we will guide you to the great palace of gold that lies beyond the golden waste. But there you will face a creature out of your nightmares, the golden ram."
Alright, OC, I got us an avenue here. If we want to go back. I didn't know that persuasion would work, but...
"Let it be known that the golden ram is a powerful and fearsome creature. Nigh unto a god is its power. I have heard tell of weaker, more palatable versions of the species on other islands, but this one has siphoned off some of the strength of Lord Midas's curse, his personal guardian and most devout follower. The golden ram is known by many names, but all mean death." And then he says, "But not death! Something far worse. A life unending. Souls never to be released to the Elysium fields. servitude in starvation forever. To face such a beast is to risk one's own soul.
I've got some experience with that. This
Impossible! You could never know what it is like to have faced the Golden Ram in battle.
I meant with wagering my soul. But that
Oh.
aside, this perversion, this recycling of souls that pervades this island cannot be allowed to stand.
Yes, one would wonder why the great Lady Lutheria allowed such blasphemy to occur. Has she become as lazy and absent as her mother? Or perhaps impotent?
One's gonna imposing glare, conniving.
Oh, okay. Conniving will try to make a save. He said, I meant no offense, of course.
Stay your tongue and ready yourselves. Finish your meal, and I will converse with my companions.
Okay. Boy lions are very lazy. After they eat the food, they go to sleep.
Alright, let's get a hero huddle going here.
Okay.
Alright. So I know it was a little rough in there. But now we got 7 lions that can back us up.
Because they have eaten, if you do allow them to sleep 8 hours, their exhaustion will reduce to -2 instead of -3.
You saw what they did to that fish. I think we might have an angle here.
I mean, we would need a way of getting the ram on the ground for that to have any kind of proper effect.
Could you get me into the air? And I can bring it to the ground.
We could do it, but I don't think it would be wise to at this point in time.
We won't be able to talk it down again.
I mean, we could, tell the lions we will be back. I'm not quite sure how we want to play this.
That might be a good point.
We are not under oath to bring back any that ally.
How much magic are you currently holding in reserve, Julian? Same question to you, Maya and Andronicus.
Basically none.
Maya says, I would need to take, I would need to rest overnight to really be able to provide the sort of support that we would need. And I'm not sure it's safe to linger on this island too long.
That's a fair point.
She says, as you see that her skin and yours is taking on a very Goldfinger hue.
I think all of us would benefit from a proper night's rest.
That would be wise. I don't think the lions will be in any hurry.
Certainly not.
No, but my concern is not so much whether or not they're in a hurry to help, but that they'll forget that we fed them.
They'll get hungry again soon.
I mean, do you think we can wrangle up another goldfish for them?
Most likely. That one wasn't
Now,
too challenging.
Anybody that's tried to eat a worthless fish, they're mostly scales. So despite the tremendous size of this beast, they pretty much have eaten all of the meat. That said, the scales are available to be harvested for potential use. They can be used to create very effective scale mail armor that has properties related to water and the element of cold.
I think we brought Corinna with us, didn't we?
You did not.
Wait, we didn't?
No.
I thought somebody offered Corinna an arm of that of the beast of the troglodytes.
Maybe you did bring Corinna. Okay.
Yeah,
Let
we
me
got
see.
Corinna.
Oh, you didn't bring Steros. That's right. You brought Corinna instead of Steros.
Yeah, we
Okay.
got Corinna, Georgos, Kyra,
Yeah. So
Telemachus.
Corinna, yeah. So Corinna would be able to gather these up for you guys.
Appreciate it, Corinna.
Mm.
Careful with the ice.
Right.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. I think we should try and get back to the ship, take a rest, and then, with clearer heads, reconsider maybe approaching this ram. I think might have gotten mildly unlucky the first encounter. Perhaps if we revisited it with our new allies, I can devise a method for getting us out of the air.
The lions now appear more well fed.
Perfect. Plump.
Yeah. Lions are just a mess as an animal. Like, it's definitely an example of looking cool, but maybe not being cool. But I don't know. Male lion just gets to lay around all day and fuck. So maybe they've got it pretty good. Maybe they got it figured out. Maybe I'm just like living my life wrong. I don't know.
We gotta wake up at 6 a.m. and go to work, and lion's not worried about that.
These dudes literally have a harem that does everything for them. Their only job is to nut. Like, I don't know. I guess maybe they're doing all right. Maybe that's why we respect them so much. All right.
Julian, when you looked at the lion, did it look, or not the lion, sorry, the ram, did it look like its flight speed? Was it innate to the creature? Was it perhaps a magic?
It was hovering. It was innate flight speed.
Maya, the same spell that you had to bring down the Nycterida and the rock. If you could prepare that while we rest, we make it back to the Ultros, or the Stormbreaker.
Well, we used Featherfall because the rock was dive bombing the ship, and we were lucky in that regard. That ram is not going to be dive bombing anyone. He is going to hover and he's blast us. What we need is to see if Bicycles has any lightning resistance potions that prepared or can prepare.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, would be wise. Oh, see, Dom and Chad is saying, yeah, if we long rest, they'll bring Earthbind and absorb elements. So I was listening to Solo OC, so I was listening to the fight, and it sounded like the main issue was the massive AoE and then using fire on it and everybody getting blinded. Oh, and getting knocked into quicksand.
Fire and radiant, and then there was a third element.
Lightning.
Lightning, yeah. That we
it's able to bend and
between the fire, and I feel like Sibo would have shot at it. I think we would know those two options are just gonna have a blinding effect.
And this quicksand
it's the shooting lightning. I don't think we would want to use lightning.
The quicksand is too fast for water walking to work?
Yes.
Okay.
If anything, it almost works against you because you're just kind of like riding the quicksand into the quicksand.
It's like a rock tumbler, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Good description of it.
Okay.
And our
if only we had some planks of wood, you know, like the Hydra of time. We could bind ourselves together with 10-foot spans of rope. That way, if somebody gets blasted off, they wouldn't go immediately into the sand. Could also try and lure the ram out.
perhaps if we have time, I mean, we said we were going to bring back a soul, but we could say that we changed tactics and brought back the golden chariot, and we could have a chariot, maybe not necessarily the chariot, and use that as a lure to bring the ram closer. Hide it under a sheet or something.
If only we knew somebody with powerful illusion magic. Someone about 5 feet tall, blonde hair, a slight build, a lot of money.
Well, if you're talking about who I think you're talking about.
Says, I don't have blonde hair. Or...
Oh yeah.
And then Enda says, I don't have illusion spells or money, Oren. But I am 5 feet tall and I have blonde hair. Corinna says, I am also 5 feet tall and I have blonde hair, but I don't have a lot of money or illusion spells.
You know, I'm beginning to notice somewhat of a trend with our...
Yeah. Georgo says, I have blonde hair, Oren, but I'm not 5 feet tall. I do have a lot of money.
Do you, Georgos?
Mm-hmm. From being an arena champion.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Do you need some? I could just give it to you.
No,
Because
Georgos.
you're my best friend.
Save your winnings for now.
Okay. That's probably for the best because currently most of my currency is tied up in investments.
Oh yeah, Georgos. Hope you're not getting into those cryptic currencies, I believe they're called.
Lady Lutheria says that small businesses are the future. I can show you my portfolio later if you want.
Yeah, later.
Chandra stares amazed at Georgos. He's like an onion. He smells terrible. There's many layers.
He'll make you cry.
He does make me cry with his smell.
Undying
Personally, I don't think that small businesses is a wise investment plan with a very large global war on the way, Georgos. Have you considered diversifying your portfolio into arms and siege engines? No. And Chandra says, "Let's talk."
John is just, or Zamrock just,
Yeah.
Subtitles, yeah, it's very important to have it diversify. Take a look at ETFs. Okay, I think we're... I was looking for the B team, seeing if we had something there.
So am I to assume you guys are gonna head back to the beach? You don't have any jolly boats anymore. So how are you gonna get back out? How are you guys gonna get back out to the ship?
I guess we're fucking walking through the fish.
We'll have to fucking walk.
Oh my god.
I mean,
any magic left for pass without trace?
I mean, we could always. Julian could turn to his mom and ask very nicely if she might be able to run on ahead and let the others know that we need a pickup. Kind of meet us part way.
A pickup with what? There's no more jolly boats.
No, like they
sent by Thor.
No, they could sail a little closer potentially.
With the fish that like to sink boats? Do you think that's wise?
Or maybe not.
I think we can sneak. If we see what can send out invisibility, Maya can pass without trace.
Maya has passed without trace. God, she'd have to cast it with a higher spell slot. She has a 3rd level spell slot left.
I mean,
I think that, and then invisibility onto
Okay.
Andronicus, Maya, and Julian, and himself.
All right. Since you guys would not be a boat, and you'd be taking many precautions to increase your stealth, I believe you would be able to do that.
Nice.
Part of what attracted the goldfish is they like sinking boats.
Okay, well now we know.
Now keep in
So-
mind, there are some pretty dope ship upgrades right here, but I don't know if you'd be able to transport them because they're all, pretty heavy and whatnot. So you may have to come back
I mean,
for them.
the cannon. Can't we just like throw that? Can't Yorgos just swallow that?
I mean, Yorgos will
Carry
carry. Yorgos will carry the cannon if you want. I think the other items might be beyond your ability to recover at this point.
Yeah, at this point.
Yeah,
So the highest spell slot I have left is a third. So the most I could do is I can get 2 people.
Let's see if I can get 4.
Yeah, Sibo's got a
Fifth
he's
level,
got 5th level spell slots.
which is 4 invisible, I think.
I mean, Julie can fly,
Mhm.
and so he doesn't have to be on the water.
Yeah, I think we've already established we can get back.
Yeah, you should be fine.
Okay.
Just the pass without trace at this point, since you don't have any boats, should be okay.
Okay.
All right. So you guys head back, and Maya will burn a 3rd level spell slot to accommodate this. All right. I'll take you back to the wider world. Do you leave any note for the sleeping lions, or are you just like, yeah, bro, we're gonna go take down the patriarchy, and then you leave? And
Or
they wake up.
it'll wake up conniving as he's
Oh,
slumbering
okay.
and tell him, we're heading back to our ship to resupply, take a rest. We'll be back tomorrow.
All right. If your courage fails you, we will not be surprised. But if we see you again, we will aid you in ending this terrible curse.
Or
And
nods at them.
certainly will not betray you at our earliest convenience.
Insight check.
All right, give me
Rest
this.
assured, it's in your best interest to not.
They'll definitely be looking for opportunities to betray you.
We're working with golden lions, all right, Julian. This is the best you gotta get. We're working with 30 or 40% loyalty. It's all right.
You're definitely offering a better deal, and you've given them the best meal they've had in a very long time. So, yeah. But the scorpion still stingeth. The
frog.
The frog. For that is its nature.
All right, this calculus ability.
Mm-hmm.
For change dice to a slightly similar value. Actually, no, I don't think this would work. Never mind.
Dang, calculus almost came off the bench.
Yeah, I was thinking about his ability, but I mean, so it's 12d10, right? So I guess we could make it 6d20 for the big ram attack. Big ram attack is 12d10. We could make it 6d20. So it'd be maybe it'd still be bad. It wouldn't be
It'd
worth.
be a higher variable. It'd be a higher variable.
Yeah, it wouldn't be worth taking him off the bench for that. Definitely still need Telemachus. I think Yorgos is still good. I was fully expecting somebody to use the Yorgos skin suit in that last fight. Nobody suited up.
nobody really had a chance to do
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just-
that was the problem. It was like a boxing match, and literally they just kept getting punched in the face,
Yeah, it was
like
rough.
over and over and over again. Yeah.
Hmm.
Meanwhile, Midas just chilling in his palace.
My Vicky was the key the whole time.
It's such a
That,
shame that he's gonna be best known for Shrek. After all he contributed to culture and society, it's
Hey.
gonna be Shrek.
Shrek's a masterpiece.
I guess it depends on your generation, though. Really,
Yeah, I feel like Shrek is the most timeless thing he's done, unfortunately.
and
But
I don't know, man. I mean, the Wayne's World headbanging to Bohemian Rhapsody. That's
Man.
pretty timeless too. I think.
for us, but for everyone, I guess we'll have to find out. We'll meet up at the pub 200 years from now. We'll see how the world remembers Mike Myers. So,
Sounds like a plan.
all right. So, back on the boats, the wider world. What is your plan? What do you do?
Warren is taking stock of the B team's particular attributes. Do you really
They
know
all stand. They all stand proudly in front of you in a line. Their chests puffed out. Nessa's more than everyone else's.
Yeah, it's like dodgeball, where Orin just immediately goes through and he's like he sends the ones that are just 100% not going down. Like he just shakes his head at Testicles.
Oh, I will say that Bicycles informs you that they would love to make for you potions of lightning resistance, but they are all out of lightning moss, the primary ingredient for such a concoction. Such moss grows in places where storms are the most common, or the layers of creatures that have an affinity for the element of lightning.
Bicycles, can you make something to increase the stickiness of an individual?
Or if you recall, the Chimera Queen's blood was able to be used to make any sort of resistance potions. I don't know if you have any of that left. But you could seek out a chimera of suitable strength, as long as it is one of the more powerful chimeras. It would have shifting elemental blood that could be used for resistance. But what was the question for him? Sorry.
Oh, if you could make something to increase the stickiness of somebody, like glue.
He could probably make you some glue. You want the salt. You want the essentially the magic glue, the famous 5th edition magic glue. Is that what you're hoping for, or something even better?
I don't want to be permanently stuck to it.
Oh,
I
damn.
want
Well,
to.
that makes things a lot harder, bro.
If that's the best you can, if permanently stuck is what it takes, then we can do that as well.
Yeah, Sovereign Glue is he's very excited about making that for you, but Sovereign Glue is very expensive. Very expensive. And it does take some time to get it working. But essentially once Sovereign Glue is stuck, it's stuck for good.
I just want some I don't want to be permanently stuck.
This viscous, milky white substance can form a permanent adhesive bond between any two objects. It must be stored in a jar or flask that has been coated inside with oil of slipperiness. That's how sticky this shit is. When found, the container has a certain number of ounces. 1 ounce covers a 1 foot square surface. The glue takes 1 minute to set, but once it is done, the bond can only be broken by universal solvent, oil of etherealness, or a wish spell.
I don't want that.
Okay. He says that is good because the ingredients are very rare.
Basically, do you have any suggestions for this creature? I want to have multiple ways to bring it to the ground. I think I can get up to it, but keeping it tethered down.
Smasher approaches, and in beast speech, he says a lot of stuff.
Where's Maya?
Okay.
Oh wait, no, she can't. Where's? I think it's. No, I think it is Maya that can talk to bears.
Sibo can cast Speak with Animals, but it takes 10 minutes.
Oh, hold that thought, Smasher.
Okay. 10
Sorry.
minutes later, Smasher says,
I, I hear you've been looking for something sticky. Hmm?
Indeed. Face the foe that flies just out of reach.
Hmm. There be a legend in the islands of the Forgotten Sea of a special honey. What tastes more delicious? What I mean to say is, what is so sticky that nothing could unstick it? For so sticky it is that if it got into your fur or,
and he narrows his remaining eye shrewdly at you.
wool, you'd be in quite a predicament. Hmm. I know the way to this island. I could tell your sailors the constellation to get us there. The Isle of the Beholder.
Beholder, huh, Smasher? We'll keep that in mind, but I think for now, we want to see if we can...
Honey from the eye of the Beholder. It's the sweetest and stickiest honey in all the world.
Hmm.
But there are dangerous behemoths that guard the island, known as B-Rexes.
Your input and your wisdom is appreciated, Smasher, but I think we're trying to determine a way to defeat this creature without venturing away from the island.
Oh.
Kyra says, that's pretty good. B-Rex is no joke. You thought the Picklesaurus was bad? Mm-mm.
So the B-Rex is stronger.
Yeah, she flips through a book in her small bedazzled backpack. She pulls out a book and opens to the page with the B-Rex on it.
As it compared to Galta. Oh my god. It does look intimidating.
If that's a B-Rex, I do not want to encounter a Beholder.
It's got so many little arms. If we've got everybody gathered around, Orn will say, in terms of the ram's attractiveness, how are we feeling?
Are we talking about seducing the ram, or...
Like, it's very soft. Are you attracted to the ram?
Pythor wanders over.
What are we talking about?
You think the...
You got a soft, attractive ram? What did you say?
It's a little supple, yes. Got kind of a
Go
bad
on.
attitude, though.
Okay, keep going.
What I'm saying is, I think if we have Blazing Ben along, we might be able to...
Why would you need Blazing Ben? I'm right here.
I think that if Blazing Ben were to do his thing, it would definitely trigger that light attack.
No, I mean...
Kyra says, hold on, but what if it bounces back off of Blazing Ben's abs and blinds it back? Like a mirror is supposed to defeat a Medusa. And she stares daggers at Maya and Moxena. And Moxena makes a oh ho 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 laugh and says, false information is a part of our defense strategy. Do you know how many people I've killed while they were holding mirrors up thinking that they're ridiculous?
Moxena, those
Dozens, I'm
revenants,
sure.
those revenants that were rising up out of the sand, do you think you can petrify them?
I think they're already petrified.
Could you petrify them so that they couldn't attack us?
No, because they're already petrified.
I see.
This guy, Midas, he's supposed to be some kind of Medusa. And from what little I've seen, he's pretty powerful. I don't mind going with you to try and protect you from his powers and his nature, but I don't know how useful I would be in getting us all the way there. Also, if anything happens to these, as she motions to her beautiful glowing yellow eyes, I won't be able to turn anyone to stone.
Hmm.
After seeing just out of the corner of my eyes the brilliance of the ram, I don't know the best way to approach this.
Oh,
What
I
if
see.
the ram is smart enough to weaponize his own nature against us? He gets tired of waiting for someone to, I don't know, trigger his trap card, as it were, and simply just sets himself ablaze. I feel like whatever strategy you have can't rely on your eyes alone. In the same way that you wouldn't want to rely on your eyes in a battle against Midas himself. Have you taken any sort of thought or precaution to having to face down enemies without the ability to see?
Hmm.
I feel like if you couldn't defeat the ram without your sight, how could you possibly defeat Midas?
I think the main issue being able to face a creature like that is for spellcasting, needing to be able to see. Perhaps if we discussed using a fog cloud or darkness, perhaps if we led with that, I won't be as negatively affected if inside the cloud, but we need our spellcasters to be unaffected. If we could have one of us assigned to maintaining that fog cloud on the creature. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep it within the cloud, though, is the main issue. I think he'll just fly out of it. That's why we need some way to hinder his movement. The Earthbind is a good route, but I'd like to have other contingencies in place.
Now, you do know that as a paragon creature, it will likely just shed the Earthbind at its when it is convenient, but then take a tremendous amount of damage in doing so and waste a paragon action. But that it's going to be a temporary resolution to its flight, more than likely. But it'll be a temporary resolution that will also deal a shitload of damage.
I think that's best
So
we could
we
hope
should
for.
like Julian mind sliver them before, and then apply it, and then just like chain that combination so that it just does itself a shit ton of damage.
And remember that fear now also debuffs people's saves.
I can also frighten the creature. I can also
Can we rework my Dragon Fear channel divinity thing?
Yeah, any fear is the new fear now. It's just equal to your proficiency bonus, how much fear you cause. Like, if you cause frightened, you just cause that number frightened equal to your proficiency bonus. Yep. It's mostly just to give a bit more agency to fear and not make it a all or
I
nothing.
mean, like, yeah, fear wasn't really good for the
yeah.
person that cast it or the person it was cast on. It was just kind of
It's a good crowd. It's a good crowd control against melee
true.
opponents.
Yeah, as
But
long as you're not also melee, so you don't have to chase them down every time you want to do anything.
right, yeah, it was just very awkward. Like, there's better ways to crowd control than fear, and since 5e lacks any good debuffing, for the most part, other than like Mind Sliver, it felt like the Pathfinder fear was kind of the right direction to take it. So it is very powerful, though. Having used it for the past, I want to say 4 months now in a few games, like fear is definitely very good if you can get it off on some tougher monsters. Weaker monsters, they pretty much just become a non-issue, because if their fear stack is high enough, they just try to do things and fucking fail because everything's penalized. All right. Smasher realizes that his play at getting the world's best honey has failed, and he grumbles away.
On that note, Crusher's ability, his unupgraded ability, showing up and fighting for 1 minute. Is his upgraded one just hit both he and Smasher show up for 1 minute?
Correct. Yep. 2 cave bears. Yep.
Can we get them from the top ropes?
They appear. I believe it says in the description where they would appear from.
For Tychon, it says they appear on the edge of the map. Crusher and Smasher just as Crusher shows up, fights for 1 minute from the top ropes.
If you want them to drop in, they would take that. They would take that damage though. From dropping in.
Could they
they would
Dragoon
Dragoon in. Yeah, they could Dragoon in.
How much health is Smasher working with?
I mean, obviously all bears work the same way as the bears from Altered Beast, which is to say Sonic the Hedgehog rules. So of course they would just fucking spin attack in from the sky. So
Is Smasher also working with looks like Crusher's got 80 health. Is that Smasher's as well? Or it'll study him.
they're literally old school Ken and Ryu. They just have this, one has an eye patch and one doesn't. They're the same stat block. Yeah.
There might be something there. Six lions, 2 bears.
I mean, we don't always have to use magical potions. I mean, we were able to hook that fish and keep it from bouncing around too much. Granted, it didn't froze itself.
My bad. Since they leveled up, I'm gonna bring their leveled up stat block, which is slightly better out of the compendium. You're still using the GG Great Games Crusher, so.
So we could, if we can grapple the creature, grapple the ram, perhaps we can use some ropes or chains to tie it to the ground.
Unfortunately, I'm not that good at grappling. Now that Fred guy, he didn't jump through to an alternate dimension. Would be sad.
Ira says, Oren, this really seems to mean a lot to you. Is this because you want money to upgrade the ship, or is there something else going on that we need to know about?
You're right, it is more than just money in the ship. Filling our bargain with Helios and getting the extra information as well, but I'd be lying if I said that's all it was. I said I'd do this for Lytheria.
And she's mad because the Lions called her impotent? Sorry, I was eavesdropping.
What Midas is doing, he's taking control of the space around that island, and he's preventing any souls from leaving it. He's bastardizing the life and death process.
With the Ram's help.
With the Ram's help, indeed.
So is the Ram on her naughty list as well?
Or not at that.
Well, do you think that she would sign a release form for the Oathbreaker, if it meant bamboozling these naughty list
That's
people.
smart.
Hmm.
Do you hear that? Andronico said something nice about me, because I'm his god. Actually, because I'm smart.
Do we know, Siwa, do we know what this Dragon Lord is on the Isle for?
Let's see. I think Sibo did not get a chance to do a history check on this yet. There you go. I'll roll it. Okay. Hold on a sec. Orestia. Ooh, this is a bad one. All right, so Orestia and her dragon Hezebal, they were part of the acquisitions wing of the Dragonlords. Their job was to drum up war funds, and arms, ammunitions, etc., etc. They worked directly under the quartermaster, Midas. They were sent to the Nether Seas by Midas to find the greatest treasures hidden away in the land of the dead that could be used in the war against Sidon and Lutheria. Neither Orestia or Hezebal was seen ever again. It is not known to history that she was an Oathbreaker, and he has no idea why she would be on the Isle of Oathbreakers. Just that she and her dragon disappeared during the war while exploring the Nether Seas.
I could ask this of Lutheria, but if things don't work out as planned, and if the soul were to escape, we have no idea what sort of consequences could result such a being being unleashed.
Kyra looks at you, Orin, and says, Orestia, dishonored, Oathbreaker. I just don't know. The Dragonlords were far from perfect, as we've learned, but they swear oaths to their dragons, and the dragons swear oaths in kind. How would she end up there, but not Hezebal? Or perhaps Hezebal is there as well? I've always wondered what happened to the two of them. But I've never had the courage to simply ask Lutheria outright what she knows. Nor have I had the courage to explore the Nether Seas to find out for myself. Pythor says, man, Hezebal loved gold and gems more than most dragons. He was proud to serve
under Midas, and I know that he and Orestia shared the greed of a dwarven king, and then some. There were times I wondered if wealth was their only motivator for service in the Dragonlords.
Well, it's better than just straight racism, which was apparently Esther's.
Kyra says, well, I mean, there was cruelty and,
Yes, Esther was a piece of work.
conquest. Pythor says,
Yeah, so power corrupts and all of that. Are we just gonna float here off the coast? What is the plan? Do we go back?
Progress.
Do we go back in? Do we sail somewhere else? The days tick by. The oath will end. War will be upon us.
I mean,
And what's wrong with you, Andrew?
he looks over at Andronicus.
You seem like deflated.
That's a pretty good description, actually.
Did something on the island take you apart piece by piece?
hold on. That's a bit
Wall.
personal.
Not this time. No. Just
So if it isn't that bad, how bad could it be?
I thought, do you remember? I can't recall if you were with us at the time or not, but I found a pearl, and that pearl seemed to contain a fragment of my father, his will, his spirit, and
That's really...
along with Vulcan, we made it into a sort of diadem.
Yeah, I know what a diadem is.
We made it into a headband.
Mhm.
And I did not make it through the fight with the ram.
You died.
I would have. But that bit of my father, it gave itself up. It sacrificed what remained of itself to keep me going. But that also rendered the object that it used to power useless. And that object was in some ways responsible for my supernatural constitution.
That's unfortunate.
Sorry you had to lose such a part of you. I know those are few and far between.
Do you think if
Do you need a new one made? Well, we could ask my father.
I do need a new one made, yes.
Okay. He wanders off.
Serious question. Do we want to bullshit our way in, or do we want an actual audience to get to Midas directly? Because I think we're in a situation where we cannot have our cake and eat it too. Because if we're going to take out the ram, obviously I don't think we're going to be able to peacefully get in with Midas. But if we get in,
I didn't think that was really an option anyway, but
I don't see the point of all this additional effort if we're just going to go the murderous route. We just bluff our way in. If we think that would be beneficial. Otherwise, we need to plan for taking out the ram and then dealing with what comes next.
Now, Dom is not here, but if Dom were to, during the long rest, commune, for spells with Thylea, they would get the sense that the ram is in disfavor with Thylea, which is very strong, like active dislike from Thylea that she would voice her disfavor at something.
So Thylea would want this ram dead and would...
Thylea feels more disfavor towards the ram than she does towards Midas, truth be told. Because Midas is of another world, whereas the ram is of Thylea. And keep in mind, the golden ram that you met, that you were friendly with, told you that they were granted power over life and death by Thylea, such that they did not need to run it past Lutheria. Like, that is how strong a gift they were given over life and death.
Yeah, Maya was also pointing out if we kill Midas without killing the ram will just bring him back.
The ram can
Yeah.
spam true resurrection. Yeah. That ain't fun.
Mile.
Is that like at will true resurrection or like
They get a certain number per day. So
Gotcha.
like a really badly designed video game fight, you would have to kill the big boss over and over again until it ran out of charges. I'm looking at you, Diablo 4. Hashtag no spoilers.
If the ram's definitely gonna die first.
Yeah, honestly, if we kill the ram and then like if we're spent and need to cut, which we probably will be, and need to come back and rest again and then go back and talk to Midas / fight Midas, I think that'll be fine.
Keep in mind, you are in a sandbox. You currently have access to all areas of the sandbox, including Hell. The Nether Seas. And you have the rest of the year, give or take, to try and sort your shit out. Do keep in mind that your disfavor with Sidon and exploration of the outer seas, the Forgotten Seas, takes a long time. Sometimes 6 or 7 days between destinations. So a whole year seems like a lot until you are spending, 5 or 6
half of that year, half a rate a year traveling.
Right, 5 to 7 days traveling from one place to another.
Yeah, and I don't think we wanted to go to the Nether Seas until we got some ship upgrades. But to get the ship upgrades, we need the money. And to get the money, we gotta donk.
Yes.
Well, Nether Seas is also there is the possibility of time dilation while you're down in the Nether Seas, because it is other and elsewhere in many ways. It is in a way planar travel to a certain extent. But what I am trying to remind you of is that you do have time, and it is a sandbox, which is to say sometimes in the sandbox, you go all the way to a place only to find out you're not ready for that place. In Metroidvania style, like, there's a statue. I can't do anything with a statue. Fucking 10 hours later, they're like, if you see statues like this, you could do this. And you're like, fuck. And you got to remember where all those statues were. It kind of has that kind of vibe baked in a little bit.
What, the ram does?
Well, I'm not specifically telling you that, but a sandbox game, like, sometimes you butt your head against something that maybe you just come back later. But you can also give it a shot. I mean, I am here to see what you guys do.
Yeah,
This campaign is designed to continue even if you completely fail. Like, they have fail safes baked in. Is life harder? Yeah. Is it shittier? Absolutely. but the campaign is designed to keep going even if you all fucking died. So like I was getting certain maps ready last week because I was like, this is going real bad. So it is what it is. Like whatever you decide to do, we'll see it through.
All right.
All right. So you may want to assess all your options. What you're trying to do. I know that your current goal was pimp the ship. You know for a fact there are supplies on the island for the pimping of the ship, and that this dude is loaded.
And we already have a rail cannon, not like a rail gun, but like a rail mounted gun.
Yeah, an arcane cannon. Yep. Which you could have people start fitting onto the ship. But again, it's going to take some time to repair and whatnot.
But it's something that can be done while we're off mucking around on the island, if that's the route we want to go.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Also, Pythor would report back to you and Dronikos that a new amulet of health could be forged, but you would need the heartstone of a creature renowned for its constitution.
Pythor, I'm gonna need your heartstone. I'm sorry. No, I'm just kidding. Don't worry.
Insight check. No, I'm kidding.
Do you know of any such creatures, Pythor?
Well, I know that Typhon is the birthplace of monsters. There's no shortage of incredibly powerful and dangerous creatures there. Easily find such a beast if you were looking.
Can we kill two birds with one stone? Would such beasts be there that might have storm properties and have a layer, so that we might be able to pick up some of the that special moss that Bicycles needs?
Well, the island of Typhon is ravaged by hateful weather, so it is likely that there would be such things. There could even be a chimera of some great power kicking around the island of Typhon. That would solve all of your problems. They would be possessed of a great constitution, and its elemental blood could be used to make the resistance potion.
Pythor, we don't ask you your advice enough, and I'm sorry.
Are you sorry enough to make him your god?
You looking?
I mean, he kind of shrugs. Says, I am always looking for champions. I understand that you're sworn to my sister's service, though.
That's true.
There's also, of course, Helios's menagerie.
I don't think that would be
That
wise.
doesn't seem. It is an option. You're right, but
I don't know what sorts of creatures Lutheria keeps down in the nether seas, but you don't seem ready to go there yet.
All right. So, what do you guys want to do?
Good question.
I think correcting the constitution issue for Andronicus would be a good first step. Give us some other resources, and perhaps give us some time to do some research or give some thought to addressing the issue of fighting visually impaired.
All right, I've dug through the archives. Went back to April of last year, and we out of the 10 doses of Chimera Queen blood, we turned 6 into potions of acid resistance, which were used on various monsters to go inside of. There were 4 doses Chimera Queen blood left that we could have refined.
Sensing that you guys are
Deep dive.
in need of music to better help you think, Carl sets up his dulcimer.
Perfect.
Mm.
It's all coming together now. Basically, as we have to cook.
Blazing Ben moonwalks in front of his dulcimer, begins to dance, and occasionally flash just a little bit of ab. Try to keep you guys inspired.
I think we should go monster hunting for even more, hopefully super powerful chimera blood, as well as heart stone that can get me amulet of health back. And then, I mean, I still think of the goals that we had previously talked about. This should be our next one, but I think we need to do a little more prep before we're quite ready.
So go to Typhon.
Yeah.
Mm.
Although while we're going, now would probably be a good time to everybody look up some items, see if there's anything in particular they want, because there's a good chance we can probably find the monster parts for it at least while we're there.
The only thing I'm kind of concerned with is, I don't know. I feel like we're thinking the Typhon monsters are going to be easier to kill than the Ram. Like, then we're going to be like, fuck, these monsters are too strong. Alright, we need to get some prep stuff from some other place, then we'll go and kill the Typhon monsters, and then we'll take that.
I mean, if we're looking for something of similar strength to cut the Chimera Queen, we were able to fight her, right? So it's just, we need to make sure that we get whatever we're trying to fight alone.
Yeah, we just gotta pick our battles. Alright, theoretically, do we have everything we need to go to the Typhon? We just need to recalibrate the
Yeah.
Anti-Imperium. Maya, what say you?
Oh, is Maya listening in chat?
Yeah, there.
Still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, at least last we knew.
I might have stepped away for a bit. I don't know, I think we got a pretty good shot with 6 lions. And 2 bears. Temp HP lasts until a long rest.
Yes.
Yeah, I could rally Crusher and Smasher, so whenever they do their entrance, they have extra temp HP.
We don't have the resources, like spell wise.
No, I mean,
rally then. Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, rally them. Yeah, take the long rest, and then after that, rally
them. That way, when they go into battle, they're overclocked, as it were.
Yeah, exactly. They don't immediately die from fall damage and getting hit by lightning. How long does it take to refine each one of those? Because we have 4 doses of the Chimera blood left. How much that? How long does it take to refine each of that into?
It takes
acidosis?
him 1 day per potion.
Okay, I mean, we could sail to Typhon, check it out. In the time it takes to sail to Typhon and back, that's probably enough time to at least fabricate those 4 potions. And assuming that the
other question is how long does it take to make the amulet?
we need the material to get that right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that would have to be after Typhon on our way back to the island.
Okay, hold on a sec.
It's probably gonna be more than a day or 2.
Let's see. If you were to get the Heartstone of suitable amounts, it would take him 20 hours of crafting to get the core component made. And then to finish it up, he would need, oh my, quite a bit more time. Amulet of Health is a pretty powerful item. Let's see.
Would shipping in like the base that I have currently that just isn't magical anymore help reduce the time?
Yeah, I wouldn't rely on the amulet to solve any of your problems soon. It would take him about 40 days to craft the amulet for you, and that's with him having assistance at the forge. But if you get the Heartstone and send it off,
that's probably the better.
yeah. So, but he could get it done for you in 40 days. He just needs the material.
I had a question for Bicycles. Wanted to see what sort of materials he would need to make if he could make some sort of blind sight potion. Probably with monster parts, right?
Let's see.
See, now I thought that the problem was him seeing us, not us seeing him.
Yeah, you know what? Now that you mentioned that, I think it was. Yeah, we don't.
She assumes that you're gonna do what most adventurers do when they're facing off against a gaze-based creature, and you're going to be averting your gaze, essentially.
I thought the plan was we would kind of throw fog clouds and things on him so that he couldn't see us. That was
my foundry crashed, so.
Oh dang.
That's all good. I'm gonna get back in.
Dom also said they're down for Ram round 2, but I think at the very least we want to refine those potions.
Now, Julian, I think, mentioned it, maybe, that there's no talking your way out of it twice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, we would have to definitely kill the ram.
Surprised you talked your way out.
And we'd have to make sure, well, I mean, Julian was very persuasive at that point in time.
So I feel like knowing more of the background of how much Lutheria hates Midas and all that, like it might be possible to convince her to help us get that soul off of the Isle of Outcasts.
Yeah, but we have to go and ask her.
Yeah, just to fuck with Midas. Well, that was the other thing I'm saying is perhaps as we're sailing around a little bit, Oren can try to do a wee bit of communing.
Say best case scenario, she gives us the soul. What do we do with it?
Well, we used it to get past the golden ram without having to fight it, right?
We've established we got to kill the ram either way because the ram can bring back Midas.
And I'd honestly prefer to fight the ram by itself. I don't want to fight both of them at the same time in Midas' chambers.
True.
So we kill Midas, the ram would burst in behind us, object, bring Midas back.
Right, and I mean, if we're going to bring something to the table to try and off one of them, I feel like we might be better served having a decoy golden chariot that we could blow up once the ram gets close enough to inspect it.
Just good old-fashioned explosives.
Yes, why not?
Could we try to team up with the golden ram that does have Thylea's favor.
I guess if we knew where he was, I think.
I mean, last we knew, he was on the Golden Hot Isle.
Travels around though.
Maya, to answer your question, Bicycles can create what's called a bat's blood elixir. It is a potion that will give you 8 hours of 30-foot blind sight.
I guess we would need bat blood for that.
You would literally need bat's blood, yes. So you would have to go somewhere that has bats. You know what has bats though? Typhon. And Aregia has quite a number of bats and bat-like creatures.
I mean, we can just build a bat box and like hang off the coast for a couple days.
That's true. That's true.
How many bats are we talking here?
The potion is it's rated as uncommon. It's 500 drachmae per potion. So like essentially if you just went somewhere where he could get the ingredients, since they're just uncommon, you know, it's just a matter of getting them and then giving him the money to make it, essentially.
That would help with the ram. Assuming later, if he decides to set himself on fire, like Moxena was saying. For Midas, it would also help with Midas if we could.
Now, with regards to blind sight, that doesn't does that count as having vision to be able to cast spells, or is that more
It
like
does.
Daredevil? Okay.
But it's also like Daredevil, especially
Okay.
in Fantasy 10 Plus. You'll literally have like a black screen.
Yeah,
and
no, it was wild.
yeah, and then there'll be like weird, like glowing outlines of creatures and stuff.
I mean, I can get behind it. I just was trying to understand whether or not it was.
It definitely rewards like sexy pop out of the frame tokens, because you get like the full silhouette, and that's it though.
All right.
I'm
Anyway.
sorry.
I mean,
I feel like I've put you guys in a decision paralysis situation. I didn't want for that to happen. I know that it's tough when you have a
no,
sandbox and you
I
can go
think
anywhere and do anything, but yeah.
we just needed to know what our options were for fixing the problems we were up against, and it
Oh,
looks like
yeah,
we got to do a bit
yeah.
of grocery shopping, which I'm all for. And I say we go to Typhon. Start.
Alright, fuck it, let's go to Typhon. Because
You guys
we need
have sort of been to Typhon already, so
It's true. We kind of need to, because we need to wait at least 4 days to get the 4 lightning resistance potions from the last Chimera Blood. I don't think we're going to be able to get the Amulet of Health going unless we find the material. We can get it started.
We can't go in straight away, but we could get some stuff. I think going and offing a Chimera is a good place to start, and
okay, yeah.
Unless we don't want to do that because like it's going to take too long for the amulet, but we're going to need that amulet eventually.
Dom is suggesting just go to town and buy the potion ingredients, and then on the way back, basically it's going to refine the...
Fuck it, we're going to Mytros.
okay. You guys
right.
heading back to Mytros? He knows he can get the ingredients for the Bat's Blood elixir there.
Well, let's see. And we have like almost it's like we got like 9,000 gold or something, so we definitely have enough for a couple potions. We could even buy some bigger health potions.
And if I recall, we like have a set schedule now for the let's see, the Celadone. I think it is just going to show up and leave at specific
because you said you were just going to program it on the calendar to be done with it.
Yeah.
I think it was coming on like the middle of the month each time, like the 14th or something.
Yep.
All right, fuck it. Any opposed to Mytros?
I mean, we're going to have to, part of that money is going to go to shore leave.
That's
Okay.
fine.
I'm
All
not
right.
sure how
We'll be
much,
dead.
but yeah.
We might all be dead after it, so we might not need it anymore.
All right. Let's go get the stuff we need,
All right. So
and maybe we can buy some bat's blood as well.
The goal is to head back to Mytros. All right.
Hey, it's been a while, you know. It's been.
Okay. So you sail away from the
Well,
Isle
we
of
have to.
Gold.
I'm assuming there's no issues with us calibrating the
We just send,
Ethereum.
we just send like Dolphin Maya to go calibrate it.
Oh God!
You would have to
Everything runs in fear of the dolphin.
You would have to get back into the island and back. I think at this point, Winged Slippers, Julian, you could head
Invisible
in.
Sibo backpack.
Yeah, you and Sibo could head in to get it calibrated and then head
Okay.
back out. All right.
Sounds like a plan.
Unless you want to take a boat, you got to buy new jolly boats. They're 500 drachma a piece.
500
So-
drachma for
yeah.
a jolly boat?
Yeah.
What? How much was it?
Listen, that's a standard rate.
Yeah,
At least
hold on.
That's right.
inflation is like
get-
fucking crippling us. At least
get,
Crash did not inflate the price on us.
Get our local boatmaster, Gillig's Brightcoin up here. We can haggle for a while on this. He's probably got a couple of canoes lying
Oh,
around.
so we're going to the Indigo Isles now. Okay, great.
500 drachma for a boat.
He says he could sell you one for 700. That'll be even better quality.
Has the it's got like a hole in it. All right, whatever. Fuck it. Let's go to Mytros.
Let's just go to Mytros. How many days to Mytros?
It's literally the standard price in every D&D world for a jolly boat is 500 drachma.
I want to haggle him.
Gold. Oh man. All right. So you guys are heading back to Mytros. Okay. Let's see what happens. Sidon doesn't like you. You're currently in the Forgotten Seas. All right. Here we go. 7 days. All right. Unless sacrifice?
No.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
So you said 10 days?
No, 7 days.
7 days. Okay.
Yep.
No, just like I generally didn't hear it. I wanted to make sure.
Oh, no worries.
In that case, unless we get jumped midway there, Julian would like to practice war with the lance if Andronikos feels up to it.
Yeah.
Oh
But-
no.
I mean, he's been through some stuff. Maybe he doesn't feel up to it. I don't know.
No, not that. It's just there's all these different encounters you could have, but you have yet again stumbled across a pre-existing naval battle between two opposing
Fuck
fleets.
yeah. Fucking load it
What
up.
day?
Dare to try and navigate around them, or will they push forwards and into the crossfire?
Well, who's
Did
fighting?
we not tell who it is before?
All right, let me find my post-it note from the last time this happened, so that I can generate who is fighting
I mean,
who.
Last time we came into it was pirates and Sidonites. So
So we kind of had to step in. But if it was like a less enticing battle, we might be able to go.
I mean, if it's pirates and like merchants, we might be like, we still have to parlay with pirates later on. So, what day do we encounter this naval battle on?
You encounter it on the 7th day, so very close to Mytros.
These were all full hit dice.
Mm. Let's see. Okay, these guys. Pirates. Alright. My clickable Sharpie died. That's sad. Alright.
He's gonna shake the fuck out of it, maybe.
Maybe. It's been holding on for a pretty long time, but oh well. Let's see. Okay. And this boy and this guy. And is there any other factions? I want to make this pretty robust. Oh, there we go.
Apparently you can soak used up Sharpies in hot water. It'll
Oh,
vitalize them.
neat. I will have to try that. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Probably don't even have to soak them in it. Little Deb will do you, I'm sure.
Oh. Interesting. Okay. All right. With Maya and Oren's tremendous perceptions, you guys are able to see that there is a pitched battle between allied ships. This may be a military skirmish wherein they are practicing naval tactics against each other. What is interesting is that you spot the colors and heraldry of both Galaran on one side and Talius on the other. Two sons of Sidon, ship battling it out off the coast of Mytros.
These boats look fancy enough to actually hold Golaron?
Yes.
Do they appear to like actually be doing damage to each other?
They seem to be having a battle. Whether or not it is a training exercise or the two brothers have come to blows is unknown.
In other
I feel
regard,
like it's worth waiting around to see if they hurt each other enough to jump in.
Yeah.
Now, Captain Moxena does caution that your ship is iconic, and if you are spotted and they are simply skirmishing, they may both align against you, and then you will have 2 fleets and 2 demigods to deal with within a day's sail of Mytros.
I don't know if it's worth it. I think the risk to the boat might be too much.
But by now, you do have the cannon installed.
So we got 1 cannon in the ship's breath weapon, 25 centaur sailors, 50 human sailors, against how many is in each fleet roughly?
Let me see. This is actually covered in the book. Hold on. I'm gonna dig the book out real quick.
I think there was 3 boats of side knights last time, and that wasn't even a majorly crewed. I feel like Golaron's probably gonna be rolling deep.
Yeah.
And Talius, I don't think we've run across him yet, but I imagine similar.
Not yet.
Well, Talius is supposed to be the wimpy baby of the Titan.
Damn.
Right? Like,
When you say that, Kyra smiles real big because she's the one that told you who's a wimpy baby. So, let's see.
I mean, wimpy baby is probably relative.
All right, fleets. Each fleet consists of 30 ships.
30.
Each is crewed by 24 Gigans, a Gigan hero, 24 bronze automatons, and 12 cyclopes. Each of the ships is 200 feet long. Good God!
yes,
I say it sounds like we're pulling a homer and just fading into the hedge.
Oh, wow. Okay. You see flying overhead that there are a number of... Oh my fucking God! There are a number of small rocks with pairs of pairs of cyclopses upon their backs.
The fuck?
All right, let's go ahead and get the fuck out of here.
No.
Okay.
Turn this ship around.
Okay, all right. I was just checking.
30
All
fucking
right.
shit.
Yeah. So this is
Per
60.
fleet.
So the overall impression here, Oren, with your military background, and Moxena with her
Is that
pirate
we need to
captain
leave.
background, that this is more than likely military exercises that they are preparing for the war that is to come. Training and practicing in waters closer to shore, which there's an ominous sort of musical undertone when they say that, because you are a great distance from Praxis, where these ships would normally be harbored. Because these are not Sidonite ships. These are Gigan ships. Hence their tremendous size. Mechanically, your engineers, such as Steros and Julian and the like, appraising the ships from a safe distance, would say that each ship is probably rocking a 2,000 hit points.
Thought this was supposed to be the greatest ship ever built.
Wow. So when you say that, someone stares at you from across the ship with a very hurt look on her face.
That's a nice ship, but those ships are twice as large. Has Gaiden technology advanced in the last 500 years? It's a genuine question.
Steros says those ships were likely built by a Jankan engineer, or at least designed by one. I can tell even from this great distance that they are of new construction. Why, if you lift your head and sniff upon the air, you can smell the fresh tar and lumber on the sea breeze.
Saying they're mechanical in nature.
So Steros says he must have a powerful team of engineers and artificers working out of practice to create such tremendous machines of war. We have been very fortunate to spy this from a distance and not have us stumble upon us. Surely, even the great Ultros would be destroyed by them in minutes. Now we have information that could be shared with the Queen and King of Mytros, that they know just what sort of danger they are in, what sort of naval power the Lord of Storms has brought to bear.
It's a good idea, though I think we'll just share it with the Queen, not the King.
As Steros is saying this stuff about smart, talented engineers at Praxis, you see that Sibo is staring off into the distance, looking for seagulls, not listening to the conversation. It's certainly not internalizing anything that was just said. Maya, who is not here, with your tremendous perception, you know that Sibo is thinking about his father and is very worried. But not about his father, but about what his father might be doing for Sidon in exchange for God's knows what. That's a spicy ass encounter. God damn.
Yeah.
Thank
All right.
goodness for our good perception. We didn't have to get too close.
It was honestly the Rock Riders that took me out. Like,
Rock, right.
yeah. Apparently they use the ships like aircraft carriers.
Oh, fuck.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's great. We're having trouble killing a sheep. Alright. Let's go get our potion materials.
You feel someone pinching your arm, the skin of the backside of your arm. I guess there's a muscle there, I don't know, tricep or something. What's the thing on the back of your arm? It's like
Yeah, that's tricep.
Okay, yeah, it's Kyra. She's pinching your tricep really hard, Orin. And she says, morale, remember? Morale. Say something encouraging. Just because they've got 60 aircraft carriers, who cares? That's not a big deal. What's 60 times 2,000? 50? Right? That's nothing to worry about. Right?
So is
We
so
have-
is the crew able to see all this, or is it just Oren and
So Orin
Maya.
and Maya are describing what they're seeing. Steros takes his magic goggle and is staring at it through his magic goggle. And
Okay, so we're just having this conversation on deck. Oh shit. Okay.
yeah.
We've
And then like
gathered- we've
nearby
gathered-
nearby sailors are like coiling the same rope over and over and over again, like listening intently to this conversation.
We've gathered many allies in our quest so far. We'll gather many more.
And now that we are well aware of their industrial capabilities, all the more reason for us to relay this information and to engage in asymmetric warfare. They may have the numbers, but we have the guile, and we know where to hurt them. Like, Julian's just lying his ass off. He has no idea if we can, like, SEAL Team 6 that shit.
Yeah,
but,
give me a performance or a deception.
We're gonna go with deception.
Okay, yeah, everyone buys it and they get back to work.
Thank goodness.
Okay. Yeah. But your takeaway is essentially this is an invasion force that they will be using in the battle that is to come. And you guys have just happened upon a military training exercise. And it is fucking intimidating.
Yeah, we killed a goldfish, so
That gave us trouble before.
Alright, how's Mytros looking?
All right, so
Unless we come across another pitched battle on the 8th day.
Aw. Let's see. You guys arrive in Mytros. Let me see if I got some new music for that. Well, no, it was only 7 days of travel, so this is like the last day of travel, early in the morning, essentially. You guys sail past. You sail past
Nice.
them. You get to Mytros that evening.
Alright.
All right.
We'll give Bicycles like let's see, is 500 per potion. Want at least 5 potions. We should probably just give him like, I don't know, like,
Well, it's 500 per potion if we're buying it, but I mean,
well, I think it's
Like,
500 for the
do we-
ingredients, right? Or
All right. Let's see how this vibes. There you go.
I think we should make like 10 potions of lightning resistance. Just have a couple in reserve. I'm just deciding how much money to give Bicycles.
Well, yeah. Now that you're here, you could just buy potions of resistance or the ingredients for potions of resistance because he could just hit up his local supplier, or even the Arcane Academy, essentially.
How much is it to buy them outright?
If they have them in stock in the variety that you need. I believe potion of resistance. Whoops, nope, that is a fucking table. Hold on. Wow, potion of force resistance. Damn, okay.
For when you gotta beat up a warlock. That's not Siwo, I guess, because he's radiant.
Potion of resistance samples. Potion of. Okay, here we go. Yeah, they're relatively affordable if they have them in stock, ranging from 300 to 500, depending on the usefulness and rarity of ingredients.
How much is the ingredients?
I'll be honest, a lot of people don't need potions of lightning resistance. They don't they usually focus on like poison and fire and things like that. I would say just to sort of have some on hand, they would have, we'll do 1d3 in the whole city of Mytros that is currently available for purchase. So they have 3, and they would be available for 300 drachmae apiece.
It's not bad. That'll put us at 7 potions, right?
That's true, yeah. Do you want to buy any more?
Well, that's the most that they have
I mean,
of.
we should look for
That's
healing.
all the lightning in town.
That's
But if you want to buy
all,
other, yeah, I'm saying in the whole city
Yeah,
of Mytros, there were 3 available that
Yeah, I
you were
mean,
able to kind of haggle for.
are there ingredients available or just the potions?
Yeah, no, he could definitely track down the ingredients, but then he'd have to craft them for you, which would
Yeah.
take a day. Yeah, a day apiece. Yep.
Okay. How much are the ingredients?
It's basically still gonna be 300 because he's gonna
Okay.
have to purchase them. Yep.
I think we should give Bicycles. We should buy these for sure for the 900, and we should give Bicycles another 900 so we can get 3 more. So we just have 10 on hand. So we're each gonna want one, and then if we have Crusher and Smasher fight, we're gonna want to give one to each of them because they're gonna be in it for a minute. And
Chandra says, you're finally thinking about dispel magic. It's good. I assume that's why you're doubling up on your resistance potions. If you will go against a powerful spellcaster, for example, and they saw that you had magical protections, they might try to dispel them.
no, I wasn't thinking of that, but
Oh, I'm sorry.
that's a good point.
I gave
No,
you
we're
too
thinking
much
about it
credit.
now, though.
Telemachus says, my friends, I keep thinking about those ships we saw. I am ill at ease, knowing what sort of firepower the enemy is bringing to the battle. Oren's words, we could not even beat a sheep. They haunted me all day.
We're gonna beat this sheep.
It is just very frustrating. I try to be a positive man, but sometimes I worry. The cruel barbs of our enemies often taunt us. What are we mere mortals hoping to do against the gods themselves? Are we in over our heads? Are we walking down a path that there is no happy ending for? And he looks past all of you at Kyra, who is talking to some seagulls to get all of the, or sorry, bagels, because they live in the bay, to get like the skinny and the gossip on what's happening in Mytros. And then he says,
I'm sure many of the
wants to make sure she didn't hear him. Yeah.
Telemachus, I'm sure many of the Dragonlords had similar doubts, and they still succeeded in securing 500 years of peace.
Verena says, but how did they do it? What
I
did they
become
do?
less optimistic about how they did it the longer this goes on.
She looks around, doesn't see Kyra, Pythor. Okay, she says, how do you think they did it, though?
I have no idea. I don't. The more we learn about the Titans, I have no idea what they could have had that the Titans wanted. It seems very irresponsible of them to not at least leave some hint somewhere. Maybe there is. Maybe we just haven't found it yet.
We just have to keep looking, keep gaining allies, keep training.
Zamrock says, which you all understand to mean he thinks that the answers lie with the true Titans.
You might be right.
Well, we do have the objective of getting Halcyon free that we intend to do. Perhaps once that our end is fulfilled, they can give some insight to what they know.
Okay. You see Pythor and Chimer approaching. Your guys, no gods allowed hero huddle.
Hey, read the sign. No.
Chimer says, "Hey, what's up, everybody? The bagels dished on the goings on of the town. Apparently, there was a real wild murder mystery that couldn't be solved with Speak with Dead. The killer kept stealing the heads of his victims. It's crazy."
No, that's smart.
Well, yeah, but I mean, so it was like an actual murder mystery, and all of the greatest detectives, including your guy's friend Columbicles, were called in for the case. It was
Oh, well, and Columbus solved it, I'm assuming.
more like he just followed a guy around that he thought was the guy, and then the guy just confessed.
See? Solved it.
I don't know if that really counts as being a detective. I just feel like that's being annoying. Maybe the guy didn't even do it, but he just wanted to go to jail so that Columbicles couldn't mess with him. Also,
Well, did the killing stop after that person was incarcerated?
oh yeah, well yeah, and he got executed already. But that is what reminded me. We don't have to go all the way to Typhon to get a cool chimera. There's one here in the city. They use it to execute the prisoners.
Don't know if they'd appreciate us killing it and using its blood, though.
Well, I had this cool plan where we all would get arrested for trying to rob the bank. And then when we had to face off against the chimera, we would kill it.
You had me at rob the bank.
Yeah, so we'd have all the money from my sister's bank, and then we'd have the chimera dead, and the king would look like a doofus. I mean, it's just a win all across the board.
Do you and Pythor not have just, like, vast amounts of gold somewhere?
Arthur says,
Well, I mean, Hexia took most of my money, and the rest of it is in a trust fund controlled by my daughter, so...
If we're supposedly the only hope for this world...
It's just the
right?
way that my money situation works, you see, is, I have to contact my daughter, and I have to fill out a lot of, there's a lot of paperwork, and I have to have 3 vendors for any purchase above 1,000 drachmae.
Kyra says, "I'm just broke. Yeah, sorry. I gave all my money to Fire Island so that they could, get their infrastructure off the ground or whatever."
Building schools and the like.
She says, bedazzled from head to toe in the gleaming gemstones of Fire Island.
It just boggles my mind that we're supposed to be the only hope for this world.
A lot of things probably boggle your
and
mind.
no one will sponsor us.
Sponsor you?
Yes.
Oh, I sponsored you. I was like your first quest giver. I was paying 500 drachmae per instrument, if you would recall.
That's.
Oh,
yeah.
speaking of, Corinna. Bum 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 bum. Pie, get it out. Where's the bow? The bow.
Ah!
They produce a resplendent 7-string bow. It doesn't look practical at all. Looks like a bow that's somehow trying to be a harp at the same time. It's made out
Got a
of
lot of strings.
It's made out of crystals, and inside the crystals are swirling clouds of prismatic hues. Each of the strings, when you look at them long enough, solidifies into one of 7 colors. And she says, well, there's no other bards anywhere in the world, especially not on our boat. that could ever benefit from this. So I think it should go to you, Karina.
Telemachus is just crushed, and Falana's like elbowing Simo in the ribs, like, what the fuck?
Last of the true Dragonlords, carrying their lineage in your blood, I gift upon you this godly weapon of divine strength, the +3 songbow. Corinna looks like she's gonna pass out. I would recommend multiclassing into 1 level of Bard, just to get all the cool spells. And
Trades too.
Corinna nods sagely. Falana says, "Fuck this," as she walks off. Anyways, oh yeah, I can like control the weather, prismatic spray. Oh, there's a bunch of other stuff on there. It's pretty cool. But only if you're a bard. We're still +3 bow. Could shoot arrows of any element. Pretty neat.
Yeah, that does give me an idea.
Huh?
Warren will head below deck. He'll come back up after a couple minutes holding a bow. Say, I actually was pretty decent with a longbow back in the day.
Oh. I mean, Oren, this is kind of awkward. We just gave it to Corinna for
No,
everything.
I never asked. I'm not much for musical instruments, and that don't really want to control the weather either. But I'll bring this when we face the ram.
You'll bring a normal bow?
If it flies around, I can shoot at it.
Pythor says that's a good idea. It's good. None of you are strong enough to throw each other at it, so I guess a bow's the next best thing.
And he honestly
Well,
believes that
convincing,
throwing your allies is better than a bow. This is what he honestly believes.
I mean, let's be honest. Like, in 5e, kind of is.
Yeah, it
If
kind of
you're
is.
normally a
Yeah,
melee fighter,
yeah.
like-
Especially if your DM has Dragoon rules. I mean, yeah.
How many magic arrows are there in Mytros?
Oh man, how many magic arrows in Mytros? Are you looking for special arrows or just magic arrows?
Just +1 arrows.
Oh, +1 arrows?
Well, hold on. Doesn't she have like the shark tooth or some kind of specialized arrows, or did she
Yeah,
burn through all those
yeah.
already? Because if all we're talking about is like +1 arrows, I mean, we kind of sort of have something along those lines, don't we?
30 teeth. We have 30 teeth, and the theme is Hydra that make +2 arrows.
Yeah, there you go.
How long does it take to make a +2 arrow from one of these teeth?
20 can be made per day.
All right, well, shoot. Who needs to make those? Is that a Julian type thing? Julian, can you make these teeth and arrows?
Well, I mean, how long are we staying in port, and also where are we going afterwards? Because I can knock those out in a couple of days.
We're heading back to the ram.
All right, then I can make those on the way.
Every piece of +1 ammunition is 25 drachmae. You're literally shooting money out of your bow.
So what you're saying is we're throwing money at our problems.
Nah. Every piece of ammunition +2, let's see, is what's the average price on ammunition +2? Ammunition +3, ammunition +2. 100 drachmae per shot. They are not reusable. I think I would be flattered if I was a bad guy and someone was using +2 ammunition on me. I would be like, I'm worth it.
Yeah, I mean, if we already got these shark tooth ones lying around.
+3 ammunition's 400 a shot.
Jeez.
There's people starving to death on the streets of Mytros because they can't afford stale bread. Motherfuckers out here shooting $2 million cruise missiles at each other.
They've learned about the military-industrial complex.
Yeah, apparently.
Is there a +1 longbow in stock anywhere in Mytros?
That would be relatively easy to come by, yes. That would be That's under consumables. Let's see. +1 longbow would be 1,000 drachmae. But if you're not cared about accuracy and you just care about hitting stuff that needs a magic weapon, there's always the vicious weapons.
Nah. I don't like the odds on those.
Listen.
I mean, I've got like elemental weapon too that I could cast on it, but that is concentration. So as soon as I get hit,
Yeah,
we're talking about an extra
6,082
2d6 damage when you get a nat 20. That's pretty good, and it counts as a magic weapon. People that are buying +1.
I mean, if you've got one laying on the ground and you fucking step on it, then yeah, I mean, use it. But if you're gonna seek out one to buy, I wouldn't buy a vicious.
Vicious weapon is 350 plus cost of original weapon. +1 weapon is 1,000. That's a big difference in price. You know,
out of character. It will if you're balking at the cost. We could always like skulk back to that fight, see if we can pick off like one ship by itself, and then go to the Harpy Island. They got Volpal swords and shit.
No, we're not going to the fucking Harpy.
Okay, I'm just saying that's an option.
We could always become slavers. That's always an option. I'm just saying.
No.
I mean, if we capture them, they're gonna be clamoring for death as it is.
Historical accuracy, moral quandary. We've got it all.
Now, if we regularly do it, we're slavers. If we do it once, I mean, are we slavers at that point, or are we just taking advantage of the system the way it is?
Okay, that's an interesting point that you're making. Oh, also, since you have returned to Mytros and you are famous now, there are prizes here for you.
A +1 longbow for Orin?
Well, let me check.
And who the hell?
Is anyone opposed to me spending 1,000 drachmae of our funds on a +1 longbow?
I mean, we're all doing this so we can kill Midas, so we can get more money. So
I'm thinking it's an investment.
Spend money to make money.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it.
I have a deep and abiding respect for Orin that his boss asked him to do something, and he's like, "Got it, boss. I'll do it." At no point does he go back to his boss and say, "Hey, what you asked me to do was very hard. I need help." He's not that kind of guy, and I respect that.
I mean, he was a Centaurian. I mean, well, excuse me, he is a Centaurian because, like, once a Centaurian, always a Centaurian.
Okay, all right, here you go.
That could overcome.
Once a day, if you make a public appearance in Mytros or Astoria, you will receive a small magic item as a gift. The DM should choose or roll for a lesser magic item, such as a potion, scroll, etc. You guys see that there are idealized statues of you in the public squares around Mytros. This is not something that the king likes very much. There is, but the features are very vague. Visitors leave.
It's like I'm in just a completely different style than everyone else.
It's like
everyone's normal, and then there's just chibi Andronicus.
It's like AI designed yours. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh god, even worse.
So visitors leave fruits, flowers, fragrant oils, and other trinkets at the feet of these statues each day, calling upon them for luck or blessings related to that hero's brand. For a point of inspiration, you may share with others what your statue looks like, and what sort of offerings there would be, and why those offerings would have been left. Does anybody want to partake of this story opportunity for a point of inspiration?
Sure.
You may each do so if you'd like. Form an organized line, I guess.
I'm down for that.
All right, who's up first?
Take it away.
I can go.
All right. Andronicos, describe your statue. What is left there, and why it is left there?
Yeah. So the statue of Andronicus, it shows a figure. It shows that his armor is seamless. like my magical brass or bronze or whatever it is. Bronze, that was it. And then it all looks very much like Andronicus until you get to the face, and then it just sort of looks almost like unfinished. Like the sculptor was sculpting the statue and he got that far and he wasn't sure what to put there, and then he just continued to be not sure what to put there until the deadline was reached and they're like, fuck it, we'll just put it up anyway. Around his statue as offerings, there are like dried like rations of like various seafoods.
Okay.
There are, of course, shards of plates. Seeing as I still wear the shard of the legendary plate as my holy symbol.
Beautiful.
And what else? What would really probably like smooth like river worn stones.
Okay.
And perhaps like bits of metal and armor.
All right. And why would they leave these things there?
Well, everyone has heard of the legendary plate, so of course that's a foundational myth of Andronicus's legacy. And the seafood pieces and the river-worn stone, because he is a Triton, which are native to the sea and rivers, and therefore mostly eat fish. And then the armor and pieces of metal, because he's primarily at least intended to be a protector.
So they're hoping for protection. Is that what they're
yeah
trying to get out of it? Okay, fair enough. All right. Anyone else? Even I guess Dom, if you're in chat, if you want to type it out. What does the statue look like? Why? What offerings would be left, and why would they be left there? So Andronicus, take a point of DM inspiration.
Question: can I come up with something on Sibo's behalf?
We'll let Sibo retcon it next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just don't want him to miss out. That's the big
Yeah.
thing. Wait, hold on. He's at full.
I mean, he might still want to tell everybody what his stash is about, but
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Anyone else? Anyone?
I'll go for Julian.
Okay.
So there would be not just one, but I feel like there would be a series of different statues, like maybe like a series of like 6. So half of them would be sort of like older, like sorcerer Julian. So be sort of like the toga sort of like draping off the body, like showing the toned physique, or like he's holding his mask in sort of a sensual manner, or he's like pouring himself a bowl of wine, sort of like having this leering a smoldering look on his face, like he's like pouring wine for just that one person. And then we have the more studious version of Julian, like Julian, like wearing a jeweler's loop, like working on something fine tuned. Julian also with his his shirt off, like hammering at like a smith's anvil, and Julian sort of with plans in hands, like pointing off, gesturing at into the future sort of look. And depending on how the image is presented, different types of offerings are left. So like if it's the sort of emphasis on charisma, so things like offerings of wine, Well, maybe not. Would offering an offering of wine, would that sort of tread on Lutheria's toes? Probably.
Okay.
Well, I mean, my concern is I don't think the populace as a whole would be like, oh, that's not cool. We don't want to leave wine, but they might leave like gambling dice or like like 20 squares boards or something like that.
Yeah.
Or like flowers, and then if it's for the artificer side of things, pieces of broken household items or armor, with the hope that like magically Julian will be able to fix them.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead and take Demon Inspiration.
Cool.
Oren, do you have anything?
Yeah, I guess beforehand, Dom put Maya's in. They said for Maya. I guess, do you want me to read it out?
Yeah, sure, go for it. Read it aloud.
Okay, for Maya, they're saying their statue would be of a half Medusa, symbolizing the transformation of a person that has faced her past. So I guess one half would be the human transitioning through. And then their offerings would be heirlooms of their past as they move forward and heal or overcome them, I guess. So they're leaving stuff behind.
Okay. I will add inspiration to Maya's sheet.
I really like the dual Julian, where like instead of being like, because there'll be like deities where it's like they're the deity of light and darkness because it's opposite. They're the deity of the ground and the sky. I like how his is like, I'm the deity of studiousness or playboy. Like
he just got 6 fucking statues. If you want to build Julian statues, you got to invest because there's got to be a lot of them.
Julian, a friend of yours really approves of your marketing and your branding style. So.
Oh no.
Nope.
I think Oren's statue would be. I guess how recently were the statues put up?
They were put up since the time you faced the Hydra in the King's Spectacle. The Bone Hydra that was on loan from Lutheria.
Okay, yeah, in that case, it'd probably be
any time between then and now, the statue could have been erected.
I think it'd be a statue of soldier Oren standing at attention, one hand gripping the spear, the shield placed at his feet, kind of in front of his body. The missing arm just kind of tucked in behind him, kind of hidden away, and a helmet on top of his head, kind of to mask the bandage he would wear around his head. As for what offerings are placed there, I guess it'd be from his association with Lutheria, probably offerings of wine or things like that, like maybe incense or other maybe kind of small things like that.
Okay. And why would they leave these offerings?
Taking the misguided attempt to get Lutheria's favor.
Oh, interesting. So they wouldn't need or want anything from Oren, just from Oren's connection to Lutheria?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think by the general populace of Mytros, just from his background, I don't know if he'd be generally well liked by Mytros at all.
Oh dang. Okay, so you're like a heel in wrestling then.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Go ahead and take a point of deep inspiration. All right. Other effects of your current fame and being back in civilization and Mytros. You are recognized in large crowds of people. If you move through a crowded area without using stealth, there is a 25% chance that you will be mobbed by admirers for 1 hour. Your
Is
presence.
this true of Andronicus as well?
I would say there's a 5% chance for Andronicus. Your presence draws so much business that taverns everywhere compete to offer you free food, drink, lodging, and in the case of the Satyr's Tale and other such establishments, other comforts for free as well. You never pay for these things unless you are disguised. If you are willing to show up for a play that is reenacting one of your adventures, this is just really embarrassing. I hope none of you guys do this. You are showered with applause, 1d100 lepta, and if you take the stage to join in with the production, the audience showers you with 1d20 drachmae.
We figured it out, guys. This is how we get our money.
You are lionized as tragic heroes of dramatic plays that are regularly performed in the amphitheaters around Astoria and Mytros. And if you attend these plays, in addition to the benefits that I just said, the audience demands that you stand and bow for several rounds of applause after the play is over, whether or not you participate in the event. Tales of your deeds have spread to the cities. As you established, you have free room, board, wenching, etc., lodging at any of the establishments in the city. There are rumors that smaller settlements throughout the countryside have started to hold festivals celebrating your heroics and your many deeds. When you are traveling the mainland, you will never want for a place to stay, similar to the folk hero background of 5th edition D&D. When you visit these smaller settlements, you want for nothing. You are provided with free food, drink, and occasionally small gifts. Songs have been written about you. You guys were already aware of that. And yeah, so you guys are doing pretty good for yourselves. Pretty good for yourselves.
Or at least we would be if we ever left our ship.
Well, you're in Mytros now, and you're at least doing some shopping, getting mobbed by people, that sort of thing. Do any of you make a public appearance to receive free stuff, like celebrities do?
Orin will go to Callius Orphanage with that's being held, that's been opened up instead of the Thylea, in place of the twins that were running the previous one. He'll make a public appearance there, and then any proceeds he'll use it as time to greet Callius and see how things are going, and then any proceeds will just go to Callius and them.
Aww. Okay, so you won't take any actual gifts. You'll. Okay.
Unless they got a +1 longbow.
No. Someone tries to press into your hands a potion of healing that you might stay safe, brave hero.
Orin will accept it, but he'll pass it off to Callius.
Okay.
In case one of the kids gets sick.
Aww. Okay.
Turns out it was a superior potion of healing.
No, it was a bitch. It was pretty obvious. It was in a Snapple bottle. So.
I just thought it'd be funny if it was. It was.
Alas, it is from the lesser table, so it's not very impressive. Does anybody else try to cash in for free loots off of their fame?
Julian is sorely tempted, but there's a laundry list of things to do, and he does
receive a personal invite by Ambrosia to come down to the Siren's Roost for the night of his life, to be celebrated like the god he is.
Ooh. Ooh.
Is that a wisdom save?
Yeah, he's gonna go down there for the night. But before he fucks off to go fucking, he is going to disguise himself. He's gonna use the opportunity to check in with his dad, see if he needs anything. Like, would he benefit like from a public appearance? Does he need anything else? Is he safe? Is he doing okay?
Ooh. What timing, since this is the end of the session? When you go to check in on your father's shop, you see that a different person is operating the shop. When they see you, they roll for fame and recognize you immediately, but their excitement quickly turns to sorrow. And they say, Julian of Mytros, what brings you here to your father's shop?
I was coming to check on him. I've been away for quite some time, and we finally got back into port, and I wanted to see how he was doing.
No one has told you.
Told me what?
Your father died. And that's where we'll stop for the week.
Damn.
Oof. All right. So. Yeah. Quick announcements. We're gonna be doing 4 hours of prep tomorrow night for Outlaws of Alkenstar. Tuesday we've got Abomination Vaults and Cyberpunk Red. Wednesday we're gonna play some Sea of Thieves, Monkey Island expansion. Thursday, Curse of Strahd Nightfall. Friday, vodcasting, Rime of the Frost Moon with Orf. Saturday, the true, real final finale of finality for Red Hand of Doom. Sunday morning, Curse of Strahd Daybreak. All new cast because everybody fucking died. And then Sunday night, we will resume here, discover what has happened. Anyone else have announcements?
Nothing for me.
Okay.
We didn't all die, just several.
Just
Most.
many. Just many. All right.
Before we go, at one point we Andronicus started the process of getting his house back. Has anything? Oh, he'll check in and see if anything's come of that.
Okay.
So just something else to keep in mind for next week.
All right.
Which I'm assuming is he left the office and they forgot about it. But
Aw. Well, no, because you specifically asked Chandras to do this, and he put the paperwork into place. So they don't know who they're doing it for, other than the Chandras told them to do it. But yeah, we will discover the fate of Sai, of Mytros, and many other things that have transpired in Mytros while you were away next time. All right. Hope everybody has a good week. I'll see you around the Discord.
All right, thanks for running. Thanks everybody for
Thanks for
tuning
the game,
in.
Crash.